Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to Pragnananda versus Wei quarterfinals at the Chessable Masters. Very exciting. It's the first game of their match, and we are going to follow it. It's the prodigious talent Pragg who's taking on Wei, and he already has a very nice position of 8 minutes on the clock. Wei has 5 minutes. I'll be just back in a bit. I was streaming the super bet rapid and blitz, so just taking a short break, but you can watch the board along with Pragg and Wei on the screen, and I'll be back in like couple of minutes. Amruta will join in.
Hi everyone, how are you all? So there was a long stream. I hope you all enjoyed Vishy Anand's stream. And let's focus right now on what's happening here in Pragnananda versus Vei. Okay, Pragnananda is black and he clearly has a queen side pawn majority. Yeah. Okay, Wei is attacking. Wei is attacking. Is it like Alapin? It looks like Alapin a little bit. There is this outpost here for the knight. D4 is a backward pawn. A3 is an isolated pawn. So it looks better for black. This is very comfortable because if the attack is defended here, then statically black is better because of these long-term weaknesses. And the queen side passer, that's a good news for us. Pragnanda is better in this position. The time is equal. I think knight b6 right now is a good idea. You want to go knight d5 and then you want to go b4, and how can white stop that plan? Also, is white having any kind of attacking ideas here? If at all the knight was on f5, maybe some ideas here, but the knight cannot reach f5. Where is this knight going to go? So the knight maybe would want to shift to e4, but look at the c file, very much open for black's pieces. Well, it's a great position for Pragnananda. Let me just quickly open the chat. What's up? अरे नम्रता मैम, क्या चल रहा है? Sachin says, let's go Pragg. Sachin, Amruta, you look energetic as if it is a bright morning. Ah, okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. चलो, फिर कोई tension नहीं है. Rook E1, Pragnanda is still thinking. You can see his eyes. Actually, he doesn't blink that often. Whereas Magnus is extremely opposite. Magnus blinks so much, if you have seen. ठीक है, knight b6 is one move. One more suggestion is by Abhinav going queen c4. Queen c4. Let's say if you go queen c4, white can go queen f4 to attack this pawn. You will have to defend it, one of the rook, yeah, whichever rook. Let's say you go with this rook, then white gets time to go knight d2, knight e4, and then this could become a little bit of what to say. You'll have to be very alert. Whereas here, here white will not get much time. If Pragnanda plays knight b6, one more thing to note that when the knight is on d5, it is also going to protect f6 like on d7, but on a more active square. So if white goes knight d2 now and you go knight d5, let's just try this knight e4, and I just ignore and I start pushing my pawn, maybe with b4. Suppose you take. Are there any threats with knight f6? Well, not yet. I don't think so. Oh, has it happened? No. By the way, some moves have happened. Actually, he did play queen c4. Rook e1, and Pragnanda did play queen c4. And Wei, instead of queen f4 here, he directly went knight d2, which is also possible. And Pragg played queen d5. Queen on d5. Oh, I was always looking at the knight to come on d5. Interesting. Even now, white should go queen f4 first, so that there is always pressure here on h6 with some tactical ideas. But queen c4, queen d5 is interesting. You have now opened a file for the rook. Rook is ready to enter the 7th rank, put extra pressure even on f2. So that's a nice idea. At the same time, the knight is saying, I'm going to stay here on d7, keep defending the f6 square. I'm not going to care about anything. Maybe just start pushing the b pawn. That is one possibility. Yes, that's a possibility. Sagar, welcome back. Are you alive? Are you surviving?
Yeah.
Is your throat fine? Do we need to show you to some doctor?
No, I enjoyed it tremendously because Vishy Anand played so well, Amruta. At some point, everyone thought that he has no chance because he lost first 2 rounds. But then he made a comeback and he scored 3 points out of 4 in the end.
Yeah.
Amazing. He finished second.
Too good. Yeah, I did hear some shouting. So I'm predicting that in the future, one of the times when some Indian will be playing amazing chess, your vocal cord is going to be exploding.
Hopefully, we can enjoy Pragnananda's games now. Actually, Pragg was better, right, at some point, and he still looks pretty good.
Yes, so when I joined in, the position was this. We had played rook e1 Sagar, and I was looking at this knight b6, knight d4 transfer with the idea of b4, because things are defended here. What Pragnanda played was queen c4, and Wei played knight d2, queen d5. This is the position, and now Wei plays queen e4. But let's say he goes queen f4, attacks the f7 pawn, and rook f8. What happened?
Not that rook, I feel. With this rook, yeah. Because.
What? Are you okay with the draw?
Yeah.
You're okay with the draw? No, come on. Black is better. I mean, black is the one who is going to try.
Yeah, but if I have to play my that rook to f8, I'm already very passive. But he played queen e4, Amruta.
Yes, he played queen e4, which now Pragnanda can go knight b6. This endgame is favorable for black. No? What happened?
I can hear your voice from somewhere. Okay.
मेरी आवाज तो तुम्हारे कानों में गुनेंगी ना.
Gunengi.
क्या?
Gunjegi.
गूंजेगी.
Now queen f4 attacks f7. So can Pragg go queen d7? Defend.
हाँ. So that you want to go queen d7 and knight d5.
No, can you hear the sound?
मैंने बोला. तुमने ईयरफोन्स पहने थे विची की कमेंट्री के वक्त?
No, something is coming from somewhere. Okay, anyway, people are saying you're sitting next to me so I can hear you, but that's not the sound, guys. A murmuring sound is coming. But okay, queen d7.
Okay.
He's defended here, Amruta. Now he wants to go knight to d5. नम्रता मैम को
वही तो मेरा नाम. कौन था वो कल का बंदा?
and he's played rook c7 actually, I think, in the game.
Why not rook c2? Acha, instead of queen d7,
Yeah,
you
he
mean
played rook c7, rook d1.
Okay, rook c7 is.
And I think Pragg wants to play b4 and create a passer here. But after take, the knight on b3 will be very powerfully positioned, blocking the pawn. So I think it might be wise to time b4 at a better moment. But then what else do you do? Okay, he goes queen a2. He's trying to just, get his knight to d5. Use his rook, knight and queen to create threats. By the way, Amruta, what are the other matches, just so that people know?
Magnus.
There is David Anton versus Magnus Carlsen. And Magnus is better against David. There is Ding Lijen versus Shakhriyar Mamedyarov. That's an interesting encounter. And there is Aryan Tari versus Anish Giri. And Anish is already better in their first game itself. Anish is close to...
Wow, that rook on b5.
Yeah, I also pawn up. So Anish might get
clearly better. Sir, तुम इधर बैठो. You have had a long day.
No, it's fine.
No, seriously.
That's fine.
This is good for me.
Are you comfortable?
हाँ, I am.
How many games will be played? 4 games will be played of 15 minutes plus 10-second increment. And the one who scores 2.5 first takes home the match.
Do you find any similarity between Sicilian Alapin structures which arise?
Yeah, sure. I mean, black seems to be the one who's calling the shots, and I really like how, effectively this rook is defending everything.
But are there threats of knight f6
Yeah,
in the future?
yeah.
is
No,
the
not
question.
future.
Because
Just
even
now.
because there's a pin there.
Yeah.
This is what queen
He's going
c2,
queen
but
c2.
now knight f6 because d1 is supported, right?
Yeah, knight f6. You can't take because...
And you cannot move the rook.
So you have to take with your knight.
Pawn
And
takes.
then pawn takes.
And then maybe g6.
G6. Yeah. So this is the way in which I think the game will continue. And Wei has been successful in creating some counterplay.
Correct. Exactly. Akshay Nathu Super Chat is super excited to watch Varun Grover, Swanand sir.
Yeah. This has been... this will happen day after tomorrow on ChessBase India at 7:30 p.m. And Niklesh Jain will be the host of the show. I think it will be in Hindi. And please do join in. It is for the more awareness related to the Olympiad, the FIDE Olympiad that's happening in Chennai. So please do join in and it'll be good fun. Tanya will be there. So Anand Kirkire, who is one of the best lyricist.
Amazing lyricist.
And also Varun Grover, who is a very fine comedian, and Anuradha Beniwal, who is an excellent author and a wonderful person, is also going to be present there.
By the way, this has happened, what we were talking about, and now Pragnana will play g6 or g5. That's kind of forced.
Yeah.
Are we heading towards a draw? Well, I don't know. They both have 1 minute. Sagar, if I take you back for a moment, absolute moment, when the position was knight b here, over here, where we were, sorry, rook e1, knight b6, where we were talking about knight d2, knight d5, knight e4, and in the same position with b4, black could have continued, Pragnananda could have continued with his pieces intact, and then this pawn being a little bit of a danger. Could
I
have
think
been
what he
one of the
did
idea.
not like is that his knight coming here into the position. But I think in such positions, Amruta, even such an exchange sack could be something.
Could be
Thought
something,
of.
but otherwise also there is now when your knight is not on e4, I could think of knight c3 in the future, and then maybe slowly still put some pressure. Okay, let's go to the game. G6 has happened.
I still feel that there is some play still left, Amruta.
100%.
Because
Completely.
let's imagine that I take here, you take this with a check, and I go king
Queen
g8.
h7, right? No, this is better.
Yeah, just king g8, and now you're
D1 is
losing a rook.
correct.
So it's not so simple. So after this you take. I could think of king h7, and maybe black can still fight on. But white
Can I
has
go
a very
D5?
yeah, exactly. D5 is the move here.
ED5, rook d5. So he played rook. And for sure, Wei is not going to take the h6 pawn. His queen on h5 is important to protect the d1 rook.
But Amruta, this is such a great opportunity for Pragg to fight in a match format against such a formidable opponent.
Yes.
I think it really will help him in his chess. And now d5 is actually the only move that gives white equality, which Wei will find. No, he plays king h2, Amruta. And now Pragg has
Can you get
chance.
your rook to... Can you firstly
D7.
stop d5? Yeah.
But then he still play d5. How about
Then can you go
b4?
to queen endgame with queen g6?
Can we go b? Yes, he plays b4. Fantastic move.
So
But
you are
now-
faster now.
Now can we take a5? Because if you take on d1, I will take on c7.
But what if I play b3 with the idea
yeah,
of
that might be the
ignorance is bliss?
dangerous thing
Acha,
there.
not so much, kya? What was better?
But maybe queen a5 is a move that Wei should think about seriously. Queen a5, a very good move.
He took on b4.
He took b4, a b4, okay. And now d5, necessary. Otherwise, Pragg is just queening. You have to create your threats with d5. So Pragnananda, with 1 minute 7 seconds, he
and
plays
20
d5.
seconds
He plays
for
d5.
Wei.
And now, if Pragg takes Amruta, then after queen d5, I think there are good number of threats here. Like if you go b3, already rook d3, and it's white who is winning here because of check, and the king is very weak on the back rank.
Even that is possible.
Yeah. So here it's important for Pragg to play queen g6, which he does. Pragg is very accurate. Very accurate, Amruta. Love his accuracy, love the ability to spot what are the dangers in the position. Coming back here.
Reminds, chess is 99% tactics, yeah. Whatever you do. If you miss one tactic, it's over.
Yeah. And maybe now the smartest thing he can do is exchange the queens. No, he keeps the queens. And
Now, can you take on d5 first?
Or rook d7. If you take on d5, rook d5.
And then I thought rook b7 or something.
This could be a way to play because this looks dangerous for black, for white. But he can also do rook d7 and pick this pawn, Amruta, when he will have a very interesting advantage with the passer on d5.
Okay, he has 26 seconds. Come on.
26 seconds, 12 seconds for Wei, 10-second increment per move, guys. Oh, he goes rook d7. Again, the best move played by Pragg.
And 7 seconds for Wei. Do you think he can go flag down?
No, d6 only move, Amruta. He goes rook d4 and now Pragg can take. because Wei wants to go rook, maybe g4, but Pragg has a blocking move here, rook g5.
He will find rook d5.
Yeah, that's the only move. He takes it. And now Wei takes, okay. Take with the pawn, queen b4 and queen takes f6. This is a risk-free position for Pragg. Pawn up, it's a passer here, guys. The king won't get too many checks and Pragg should win this.
Wow. Also, the advantage is that the g pawn is doubled.
And also, Amruta, he's black, and if he wins this, he will have a real firm hold on the match. You can see Wei from his face, you can never make out whether he's winning or losing. Just no
true.
expressions almost.
But I remember him in World Juniors, where after the last round,
Was he crying? He was crying. Or
yeah, Lu Shanglai won,
Lu
right?
Shanglai had won.
Wei was almost winning, actually. So,
oh, by the way, Queen h8 is going to create some technical difficulties for Pragg, and of course, Wei finds it. we were a little bit too quick to say this.
Why?
Because Queen e6 and Pragg could have, or Queen e4.
But even King g6, Queen h8, and what do you do for Queen f6?
Queen g8.
King h5.
No, King h5.
King f5. Okay.
Yeah,
King f5, Queen f7.
Queen c8.
No, Queen c8 is good. King e4. My king will always be able to save the checks. Just, it's a long process.
Check. What? Queen c1 play?
Yeah.
Why not check on c2?
Mouse slip.
No. And now maybe come back.
No, why d4? Queen f4 check. Sorry, that's a blunder. He played.
Yeah.
King g7.
He came back now. Yeah. Okay. Small expedition did work out.
That's the thing about queen endgame. घूम फिर के finally पता चलता है कि ये खेलना है. You don't calculate the elimination, you play the elimination.
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes it doesn't matter like here, but sometimes it leads to a draw very quickly.
Queen f3.
Queen e4 now. Goes h5. Let's see how Pragg converts this, because this is also a test of his, everything that Pragg is doing, we can always make it like, something to learn for him from that.
That king is going to stay on h2 itself, right? Yes, by the way. On
d4, yeah, pushes the pawn.
Now the threat is queen e6 check and queen g4.
Achha.
I think so.
Or maybe queen d3. Queen e3 now, no checks. But he might come queen f5.
So I like queen d3 and queen g4.
Or do you like
But
queen
then queen
d6?
g4 intends nothing, na?
So that the queen moves, I can push the pawn.
And if you go king h2, there is h4. Nice. Queen d6 is a lovely move. He will find it sooner or later.
No, he plays king. I mean, there are many ways
Correct.
that lead to Rome.
That we do?
All the roads lead to Rome.
Rome किसको जाना है अभी? Queen f3.
Do we go f5, Amruta? No, but
No, I don't want to
here.
take any risk.
This pawn is a good shelter on the side checks.
Queen d6 only I'll go. Anyway.
But then,
Sorry.
Not so sure. Because then you play d3, no checks.
Just go back king g7 again. घूम फिर के. Exactly. Elimination by playing. Yeah, king h2. Now go queen d6. Now queen d6 is easy because you're threatening d3. Queen takes h5 ko queen h6 is there.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
No, but take king g1, king g5, king f2. That should be. Yeah, queen d6 is a nice move actually, but not easy to spot. It's also
queen d6 is easy. Oh, f6. Why queen d6 is so difficult to spot, by the way?
No idea, but because giving up a pawn is not so simple.
King h3. In general, even for white, it is easy to. It's difficult to defend.
Yeah, queen b5.
क्या idea है कि no queen b5 is no way. Then you will go queen d6. वही बोल रही हूँ. But now queen h5 will be a problem. Still maybe not. 15 seconds for Pragg. चलो चलो खेलो. King h6.
He has to go in and he has to trust that he will get some checks here.
There needs to be a basis for trust. But Wei looks a little bit active right now. That's why it's possible that he could go queen.
Satya Prakash Nayak says, convert कर दे और heart attack मत दे भाई. Oh, nice move. Nice.
Oh, he went queen 8.
Nice.
Active दिख रहा था. Oh, by the way. Now queen f5 is a threat. White has to save himself.
Yeah, king h2 maybe.
Then h4. So it's over.
No, queen g4. Maybe queen g5.
Queen g5 or queen d4. That I don't think you can win.
So
no way.
h4 is not possible.
So eventually is Pragnanda going to play f5?
King g5.
With the idea of h4. And then king h3 is not possible because of queen f5 check.
Yeah.
And there is no check with white. Wow. And if you go king g1, there is queen e3 check. If you go king h1, there is...
King g5, I'm a bit afraid that queen goes from behind again to give check from here.
h4, queen g8 check. Finally, he has got his queen on d6. Now it's going to be easy.
No, but queen d3?
Chalega, king g5. King g7 because otherwise queen d2 check was there. Yep.
Here.
King g7, king h1. Abhi, Sagar, come on, what to play now?
Queen e5.
I have the queen on d6. Queen d5 he played. But again, king h2.
The top player's resistance is tremendous, right, Amruta?
Yes.
And now, no, h4, then queen g4 check. And you lose the pot. So, thoda shanti se.
So, king f7 ko khelo. Queen b7 check ko king g6.
Sorry?
King f7.
Here.
Or again king h6. King h6 jao na again.
Yeah.
With the idea of direct threat h4. Okay, he went king f7.
I hope there is no threefold repetition or something that happens. How about queen d3 now? Strategy check.
Queen b3 check.
Pragg is playing around, yeah? Pragg is enjoying himself.
Mila Prane asks 50 move rule.
Yeah, no, because f6 happened, no? So the 50 move rule is reset after every pawn move. So
Queen e6.
By the way, guys, all those who are enjoying this coverage and enjoying everything that we do at ChessBase India, please do hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel. A lot of interesting things coming up. Oh, he's ready to allow this and come up with the king from here.
Oh, he's taken a long route. Long route. Queen h7, king f8. Baapre. I hope there's no perpetual.
Pragg is not happy, I feel. He's a little bit tired. Also, it seems.
No, if he's tired right now, he has to play 3 more rounds, na, Sagar?
No. In this,
Can we have the camera like the full frame or anyway he is?
He will be like this only in that.
Acha.
Let's try, but.
Aditya asks, how can someone be so expressionless? I mean, he has a pro poker face. Can it be practiced? What are your thoughts? Practice is possible to not show any, like if since childhood they are being taught. ब्लंडर या कुछ भी हो.
Yeah, but generally I think all Chinese
Yeah.
players are a little less expressive. Also Ding Lijian, I think Ding is maybe one of the more expressive
Less
players.
expressive during chess. No?
Yeah, less expressive during chess
Interviews
and
also maybe.
interviews. But Li Chao is very expressive. Wu Jiangxi is also smiling. I mean, they all, when they are with each other, they are always laughing and smiling.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it has to do more with the way in which they are brought up and what kind of an environment they are in. Pragg is now using his king to come up the board.
King G1.
To shepherd, like like Amruta, king is like queen.
मेरे को भी for a while I thought D3 is good.
King is saying to the queen, तुझसे ना हो पाएगा. ये मेरा काम है. I will only take the pawn. No checks.
King D5. No check, na? Quite a long journey. Quite a long journey.
मतलब D3 अभी खेल दो यार. Push करो. Push करो, घुसो. Parth Deshpande, hope this does good to our chess community. Arey, thank you, Parth. That's so good of you. So nice of you to send in a super chat.
Thank you. It's like the song I remember here for this king when this king came out. सैया दिल में आना रे राजा बन के आना रे.
Yeah. Right now, Raja, he is the Raja.
Correct. That's why.
This pawn needs to become a queen now. Any song for that? Oh, Queen G5, Amruta. That's a good move because then you can get your queen to E3.
Okay, so king coming to E1 is a good news for black. Anyway, it's hard to defend now. Queen E4 check is also good. Queen E3 aa raha hai वैसे भी. Where do you go? King F2? Oh, then D3. Now?
Oh, nice song they're saying.
बन जा तू मेरी रानी. आगे नहीं आता मुझे.
D3.
हाँ. पॉन को छोटा सा. बिस्वा का गाना है ना? Nice.
But now Queen D2. Yeah.
King D4.
Sorry, this did happen. Played Queen D4.
King F3. F5 खेल लो अभी. Or maybe Queen C4 with the head of Queen C2. Queen C4. King E5 he played. No check still. No check. Okay, Queen E1 is a check. But then you can go King F5, I guess. Tough moves. This king can't go anywhere. You have to move the queen.
Check.
Now you can go here. Is King F5 a blunder though? I don't know. Yeah, no, it's fine. King F5 is fine.
He played King F5.
You go Queen D2 again, blocking the pawn. But now if you do that,
Queen E4 and then King F2, King G4.
So he gives this check, but then you can just go Queen E5, I think. Queen E5. With the idea of Queen E2 mate if this queen moves.
Queen D2 he'll go.
Yeah, Queen D2 is forced.
Queen D2, Queen E4.
King F2.
Queen A2. Okay, Queen E4.
Anyway, Queen E4.
He wants Queen G8.
But you don't get anything after Queen G8. Is this Queen D4 check?
What if King F3 back? D2. Aja.
Oh yeah, Queen had to be on D2. But D2, King E2.
D1 Queen.
Oops, sorry. So D2 को perpetual नहीं है ना? Queen
He's
C2
winning.
check
He's
and
winning.
Queen
Pragg
D1
has
you
seen
never
it.
go.
Wow.
Nice.
Guys, Pragg is going to win this. This is going to be a huge, huge thing for Pragg. What a start. That too winning with black, Amruta is. And way he knows he's lost. He just a shake of his head. He's upset with how he's played this. And now Amruta king e2. You queen take.
Yeah,
take,
now this king pawn
takes,
endgame
king
will be
g4
winning.
with.
Yeah. If you would, somebody had asked if queen e2 check, at that point it was not winning because the king could defend
He
f2.
could queen.
Yeah, but even there it could win. King f2 f5, king moves, king g3. Maybe that is also winning. We'll check that out.
Ah. Pragg just making sure Adia queens. He'll play h3 also.
So that would also be winning.
Yeah,
Yes, Sagar,
resigns by way E. Pragg wins and just a small shake of his head like that was not easy, says Pragg. And Wei now has to bounce back with the black pieces and he has to score 2.5 in 3 rounds while Pragg needs only 1.5 in 3 rounds.
Amazing. And with white, it's like a relieving moment, no, in a way.
It was not easy to convert for sure.
Hmm.
And meanwhile, the other games have started. So, Amruta.
Yes, please let's shift.
Why?
I prefer this chair.
Achha.
Because I'm using only 25% space on that chair. Other games have started. Oh, this game went too long, right? Oh, we didn't even realize.
Vamsi Chadda, thank you for your super chat. Thank you so much. We'll just put the score here so everyone can see what is the score of Pragnananda. Pragg 1, Wei 0. Okay, next game is Anish Giri playing against Anton. Aryan. Anish is black. E4, C5. 6, knight D7. Anish wanted to play the knight off, but he was not allowed. D3, B5.
What? He was not allowed?
Yeah, by his opponent. I mean, he played something else.
I thought, what is happening? So Anish won the first game, right?
Yeah.
Because here he's black. Aryan is under pressure in that sense.
Yes. Magnus also won.
Yeah, Magnus is later. I want to check the rook end game because he had the A pawn in that last game against David Anton. If you show the end position.
No, but this is just simple, no? He'll go here, like here, 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 then here, here, here. Then there will be a check, so he'll move here. Then black will wait. King will come here and take this. So
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Oh, knight f3, Sicilian. D4. No, I don't think he will play open Sicilian. Right?
Who?
David. He will play maybe knight C3.
Oh.
Yeah, that's D5.
Magnus posture OP. I mean, when you trail in a match against Magnus, it's a very tough thing because he's so good at these batch formats.
Magnus's chair is not having a handle, kya?
Amruta,
Elbow पे
what do
कितना
you think?
pressure आएगा?
What do you think about the opening and everything?
But come on. I think it's a fair question. I hope the chat agrees with me.
By the way, Aryan Tari has pushed the pawn to e5.
Maybe you should not take for sure.
Yeah, if you
97.
take, then knight e5, and these pawns are a bit isolated. So you first go knight d5.
Jason Jonathan asks, Sagar, does your back hurt doing these streams?
A little bit, yes, but I make sure to exercise every day. That is very important. Otherwise, yeah, it would pain a lot.
Chess Prodigy says Daniel King covered this opening recently in a video.
Which one?
This, I think, Magnus. Chess
this
Prodigy,
one.
please.
C3. No, he didn't cover this. I'll tell you what he covered. E4, C5, C3, D5, ED5, Knight F6. He covered this.
अच्छा पक्का
I follow Daniel King.
चेस प्रोडिजी ऐसा उल्टा पुल्टा थोड़ा हो गया तो Pradeep Jagtap super chats and says, Hi Sagar and Amruta, nice to see you after a long time. Oh, hi Pradeep.
Hello Pradeep.
Nice to see you too after a long time. Ankush Atwal says, Magnus तो हरियाणवी ताऊ की तरह
See, when you said that, he's look at him.
चेंज कर
He
दिया
changed.
सुना उसने अंकुश का
Shall we also get Shakriyar Babediarov and Dig Lire with the screen, Amruta?
Yes, maybe we can try. Ravi.
We don't have to try, we have to just click. It's like we have to call them and they have to come on the screen. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
अरे मैंने ज्यादा सोचा नहीं तुम्हारे सवाल में. Ravi Gandhi says, I'm from Mumbai. Do you have any chess classes? I want to enroll my son. You can write to us. No, we don't have any chess classes. We have all the free videos on YouTube. But we can guide you.
Bishop G5.
I'm reading a bit of chat maybe for 2-3 minutes. Shivam Jadhav says, I have a problem. I get dreams of chess positions and I'm not fresh on waking up. What to do? This is a very, I've gone through this problem for years and years and years. I would definitely recommend to you when you wake up, please enter the position which you saw on Chessbase 16 and analyze it. You will also get some novelties. I think I should have done that.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, no? Getting chess in dreams. Did you ever dream of chess?
Yeah, sometimes.
So only sometimes?
Most of the times I just sleep. I don't get too many dreams.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a dreamer.
I think I used to get chess every night till a while until I met you.
So guys, looking at Magnus's game, he has played, you know what I like about Magnus is the way in which he's always okay to play IQP structures. He's never really afraid. And also here, if you see, he might even be okay to, because if you take with the queen, you're just losing a pawn for no reason.
No compensation even, yeah? Bishop e6. It's first that is hanging.
He played bishop b6. He's just given up a pawn.
I think he is getting good compensation.
How?
What will you play right
Knight
now
b
is the
d2?
question. Let's say you go knight b d2. The very first thing I'll do is firstly I'll consider bishop e6 because it is a direct
Queen
threat here.
g5.
You'll go queen g5. Oh, I don't want to exchange the queens. And if I exchange the
Oh,
queens,
pawn down.
yeah, I'm a pawn down. No, I don't want to go here. So bishop e6 is not a good move. Maybe bishop f5. I'll develop. Now the idea is rook d8. But still
Yeah.
nothing immediate, right?
Bishop takes on c6. Queen e5.
Queen
Knight
d6, you
h4.
have knight h4. You're actually able to exchange the queens. Queen e5. Double bishop का compensation कुछ तो रहेगा, but I
Okay,
don't know
not much.
how good it is. So that is a surprising thing. And a very interesting thing how Magnus is going to get compensation. Samarth Gandhi asked, where does the b1 knight belong in this position? Knight bd2, knight b3, knight d4. Yes, I think before taking on d5 he had asked. Definitely. Naman has wrote a funny comment. I just reached 600 from 200, but tell me one thing, why am I always able to find the best moves, but from my opponent's perspective?
That's a big thing. If you are able to do that, you will become a very strong player because not many people are able to find good moves for their opponents. After a point, that skill is very important. Let's look at what Anish is doing.
Oh, by the way, we have a member, Mitul Shah. He's the member for 4 months, backer of Indian Chess. Joining now, can you update on the score? Yes, Sagar.
Pragg is on 1, Wei is on 0. That score is on your screen. Magnus beat Anton in game 1. Anish beat Aryan Tari, so he's 1-0. And Ding Liren beat Mamedyarov. And Ding Liren is also winning the second game. It seems he's better. So it looks like this is going to be a very short match between Ding and Mamedyarov. Look at how Ding is attacking. He's got the rook open here, queen here.
Somehow with Mamedyarov, even his opponents who many times play positional chess, they get into a crazy position.
Absolutely. He leaves no one. Mamedyarov is that friend who will take you on a nice trip
All this
every
bungee jumping and his
or a
rides,
night drive,
disco.
Yeah. Okay, so Pragnananda's game will start in a bit. Meanwhile, Magnus has played bishop f5, Amruta, your move. Oh, but why did he go knight a3? Interesting.
Knight c4 he wants to go.
I thought he will go knight bd2, but okay, knight a3 is not bad.
Yeah.
Bishop f5.
No, I really want to see how Magnus is going to get compensation because
No, there is no way.
no, he will.
Okay,
There is a way. If David makes slightly worse moves, 3 to 4, like yesterday Anish said, yeah, practically, you know, the potential of making slightly worse moves. But I mean, you wouldn't take such a decision of giving up the d5 pawn, right, without understanding. So is he prepared well, Magnus?
I think he could have made a mistake also, right, in the opening.
Oh,
like, for
really?
example, here, take.
Some more डर क्या इधर उधर?
Here, bishop e6 was perhaps important to just, but he castles. Maybe he did it out of just quickly. And now g takes f6 looked too ugly to him. So he took with the queen.
I don't know. It's hard to believe, but we'll get to know.
Now the queen is getting traded, Amruta, for sure. Because if you go here, guys, what's the winning move for white?
In between, Sharjah Master Indian Scores Update are Abhijit Gupta, joint leader, 3 out of 3. Arjun
Oh.
Mukesh, Arvind Ronak, Surya, Aryan, Setu on 2 out of 3. Adivan, Sankalp, Abhimanyu on 1.5 out of 3. Nihal on 1 out of 3. And Aditya on half out of 3.
Yeah, knight h4 is the right
Yes,
move.
knight h4, Venkatesh Das, Balachandar, Shivam Jadhav, Sudipta, True Seeker, Bontu Manideep, Sonic 2022.
So if you can't play queen to g6, that means you have to keep your queen there, which means the queens are going to get traded.
Yes. So even if the queens get traded, this is a decent endgame position with double pawns. With a2 is slightly being weak. So queen e6, let's say you go Sagar, and allow queen takes e6, bishop takes e6 as a queen exchange. Is your mouse working?
Yeah. So you go here.
Queen e6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now at this position, just try to make
Knight
one or
c2.
two moves. Knight c2, right? Your rook on a1 cannot move. You need to go knight e3. So a5 is one idea which I am going to consider right now, and rook d8 may be other idea. But a5. Oh, e5. Bishop d5 को knight e3 आ रहा है. Can I ignore? Maybe bishop d5, right? And bishop, yeah, you want to play knight e3, right? No? Of course, no? But why not knight e3?
Maybe you take here.
Achha. So now a4.
By the way, Pragnananda's game has begun. e4 played by Pragg.
c5, where you will play.
और सब कारोकान business.
Oh, he's thinking.
No. First move is usually getting ready.
Acha. c5, Sicilian, knight f3, d6, d4, खेलो. अरे bishop b5.
Inspired by Anand.
Ah, now
Knight
d4.
take. Yeah.
Okay.
This is what Anand had played.
Okay. And of course they are working together. So
what if I take?
It's a mistake. How? Knight.
Rook e1.
Knight f6. Ah, you can't play e6. And if you play g6 here?
No, knight d6 mate.
Oops. You have asked this question to the chat. Nice.
Oh, by the way, look at Pragg's preparation. Yeah, Amruta, he's always playing so fast. Knight f6, knight s5, a6.
Bishop d3, nice. Akshay Kulkarni says, find someone who looks at you like Amruta looks at Sicilian. Good one.
Phone.
Huh?
The phone.
Mine.
So Wei Yi, this time, guys, castles e5. He gets his knight to f5. Pragg. He's attacking this pawn. a6 says if you take here, I'll take with the queen defending this. Pragg says I'm coming back defending here. Knight to c5. Defends here, attacks here. Knight to c3 developing, stopping d5 plans, or does it stop, or can we go d5? No, he plays d5. Wow. Bishop g5. Very good move. Pinning the knight. Actually, here, if you would have taken this pawn, What is the
E4.
only move? The chat.
Sorry.
E4. Because now even you can't play rook e1 because your knight is hanging. So
But do you have any compensation after 94, 94, bishop? No. 94, 94, bishop, and queen f3 or something. Not really.
So in the game, he went d5. Now if you take knight takes, by the way, instead of bishop g5, then after takes again e4 is the move. So same problem. So here instead of that, he went bishop g5.
Nice. So if d4 right now, knight d5 you will go. Of course,
Knight,
no?
but knight d5, bishop f5, that will lose.
Bishop f5.
Because now bishop f5. If you take knight f6, I have g f6.
Okay, knight d5 is a blunder. Actually. So d4 is a good idea. You cannot take on.
No, I'll take.
Cannot. First you take on f6.
If you take with the queen, I'll come knight d5.
Okay.
So gf, and now knight e2.
Not still same idea. Knight d5, bishop f5.
And
Knight
now
e2, bishop f5, and d4.
take.
Oh, these two pawns just look good for until this point. Now you're gonna lose the d4 pawn.
And also, Amruta, look at this. After d5, bishop g5, de, he takes with the bishop. This is all Pragg prep.
16 minutes for him.
And
so he has actually
look at the
prepared.
beauty.
Look at Wei right now, how he's trying to
now,
calculate.
Amruta, this is the pin, right? Suppose I unpin myself. So here, you might think that now the knight is not pinned.
Oh, you please ask people what is the last
you take
move?
Here. Actually, you take with this knight first. So I take this. And
wait, Sagar.
And this is hanging. Correct?
Yes.
So, what is the best move here for white?
Achha.
Guys, it's not easy. Very tough, huh? It's all tricky business.
Wow. If I found it.
No one, everyone's saying rook d8. What?
Oh, I think they are saying rook d8 at that
previous
time. Knight e4 ko.
Multi-bagging, well done. I'll see. What do you think? Very few people have got it. Actually, no one, huh? Archit Vyas. Okay, tell.
Knight d5.
Knight to d5. But what if I take on d5?
Rook d5, I thought.
Bishop f5.
Rook e5.
Okay. I mean, at the worst, I can go here and I'm piece up.
Ah, you're a piece up.
Yeah.
So then I had given one more piece earlier. Acha, iske liye.
So,
didn't count the material. So knight d5 is a blunder then.
Here, the right move, Amruta, very surprising, yeah, is knight takes g7 check.
What happens for bishop g7?
Bishop takes g7. Now knight takes e4.
You can't take on e4 for sure. So
you can't take because of mate, and you can't save this
piece
guy.
down, na? So now if I go bishop, oh, I can't save the.
So now you try to save, right? Only move.
Correct. Wait, one more move to find here.
White to play, guys. Abhinav Saha, Super Bet, Rapid and Blitz was won by Duda.
Oh, this is.
Find it?
I'm not over yet.
Yes, very good. The right answer has been given by Dinesh Saha, Bontu Mandeep, Dhruva Kumar, Abhinav Agarwal, Chess Psychic, Prashant, Ishprit Singh, Dinesh, Himanshu Bist.
Is it f4?
Yes. F4.
Nice. I thought first bishop f5, but then there is f5 anyway.
Bishop e5. Bishop
Knight
f5.
f6. Bishop f6.
F5. bishop e4,
EF6 check.
ef6, and you win this. And
Very nice. So that's why Pragnanda, look at him, how relaxed he is, and Wei has to find
Pragg,
all this stuff.
I think, guys, what I love about these youngsters, especially now that we are witnessing Pragg's video a lot while playing, rest we are not able to. They work very hard, Amruta. They work on their openings and they work on this a lot. So if we just look at a chess-based board, for example, here, we will realize that this might not even be played much, but they are constantly looking at new ideas. Sorry, guys, no need for ad right now.
Yeah, also when he has prepared the opening, even now you will see him completely focused and trying to recollect his preparation. It's not like he's looking here.
Yeah, he looks relaxed, but of course he must have. So here knight d7, d4. We have 7,600 games. Knight f6.
Yeah, castle.
Castles.
E5.
See, again, if you see knight f6, there are 378 games and only 86 games have castled.
But Sagar,
And
86?
he have Carlsen has played it against some player,
Wait.
Vachier. So good players have played. So now e5, knight f5, 7 games.
Only 7 games. Actually, out of 8 million games, yeah?
So this seems all prepped from him. Ali Marandi. So how can you be so well prepped up, Amruta? Like knight c3, d5, bishop g5. Ali Marandi versus Pretu. What tournament? It's some Lee chess event. It's not even...
I would definitely tell you in the break, Sagar, to look at Wei's games from black. Like, was it possible to, let's say, predict that this is going to happen? That's something which we should check.
No, I don't. Yeah, maybe, but still, even if it was possible that this happened, he's making Wei bleed time like anything. Look.
Yeah,
look
16 minutes versus 7 minutes. Huge difference, man.
Wei is thinking, you know, Amruta, what Wei must be thinking right now. He's like, can I take here? Actually, or can I? Yeah, why? You know, we were looking at this, and taking here, but what if he takes directly here?
But then, okay,
Take-
Queen d8, King d8, 94. Oh, this is not good.
Yeah. but
Bishop f5.
Now the important move here.
Knight f6, bishop.
What do you play? Black to play.
Black to play. This is right now.
Yeah.
Dinesh Shah being brilliant at chess.
Also there's
Aniket,
another-
Sumit Puri. This also.
So h6, I think works, but it's not the best. It's a playable move. Let's check. But the right move is bishop e7, as you Amruta, as you pointed out, because then you are pinning it and winning it.
Yeah, you're winning a piece here.
But you know another move which is really good. Take.
Kaise bishop takes e7? F6.
Take. Now I go king here. Very important move, d7. Because I want to come to e6. So once you
bishop-
take here,
Are you trapping my bishop?
I'll go king e6 and your bishop is trapped.
Oh, so 2 bishops for a rook. Wow, brilliant. This is so brilliant. But you want a piece, na?
No,
You don't want 2 pieces.
Here,
But the idea and
here,
concept is
here.
great.
And now if you go f4, I have check and winning directly the piece.
If given a choice, would you go bishop e7 or would you go this?
Because here, Amruta, the main thing is that let's say I go here, you play bishop h6, and I take this, I will be totally winning. So
That's what. But will you go for 2 pieces for a rook or will you go for a whole piece up? Is a question.
Yeah, even bishop e6. I think both are equally strong.
But I love the concept. Yeah, it was very nice. Important concept. for sure.
Because here, Amruta, it's not easy because after rook d1, you have to go king c8, and after knight e4, I'm still saving my piece. So that is why there it's around equal. I'm not getting a piece.
Acha, that's why that is.
Oh, look, this happened. So he played in the game bishop e4, knight c4. Pragg instantly snapped it.
Instantly?
Yeah,
Oh,
instant.
17 minutes, 26 seconds. He's prepared. So Wei responded in the best manner. Like
So
on
now-
the board
now Wei's
after
piece up.
thinking for 10 minutes.
And now we were
F4,
looking
right?
at
We
this
were looking
same kind of position, right?
Yeah, but there was a rook on d1. That is the difference. Rook was on d1 and f4 was played. Here we are playing directly f4.
Yeah. And that
Does
is
it
why.
make any difference?
Yes, we were looking at
Bishop
queen d. No, what were we looking at?
Yes, look, queen d8.
Queen d1, rook a d1. Sorry, this knight. And here we were looking at knight g7. है ना?
हाँ, knight g7, bishop g7.
Knight g7, bishop g7, take, king e7, f4.
So
And here if you play here, then there is check. And there is no time for this with the rook here. So actually, taking on d8, d1, allowing the rook to come is not a good idea. You take first, let the, if now the rook comes, then you are late because I am breaking the pin. So you have to take king e7, f4, very powerful move, because now you lose the piece on f6, but king e6, good move. If you now take on e5 or anything, I'll take here. So f5 by Pragg, king e7 was played. Now the main thing is he's still piece up, but rook a d1 and black cannot move his pieces. Like this bishop can't move, this knight cannot move. He played h6 and Pragg played bishop h4, and he's telling Wei, how are you going to deal with my rook d6 move?
Wow. Ultimate preparation.
Amruta, bolo na, how are you going to deal with rook d6? There's only one move for black. And I think Wei will find it. Guys, in the chat, how to deal?
Wei is finding the only moves though. I mean, okay, he's taking time and all.
Oh, it's almost same position as Adiban versus Salem yesterday. Yeah, I also remember that game. I'll check.
Wow, is this the move?
Samarth, Chinmay Keaskar.
Yeah,
Very good, Chinmay.
Too good, man.
Ayush Maurya, well done.
Samir Sangam.
Our chat is too good.
Akshat Bani. AK. Awesome. And right, Wei plays without taking much time.
His point is, of course, Amruta, that after a5, if you play rook d6, he wants to activate the rook from a6. But look at what Pragg, the moment he played a5, Pragg was ready with his move rook d5. Isn't this intimidating, Amruta?
Too much. 17 versus 3 minutes. I think it's for the first time we are seeing such a huge time difference in this event, like from when it started in 3-4 days ago. So,
it's the same position, dosto. It's
absolutely.
not. Yeah, it's the same.
Adiban ne khela. So maybe
Oh my
Adiban is also
God.
preparing.
This is his prep from Adiban's game. No. He must have seen Adiban's game yesterday, and Pragg must. This is what I wanted to say. Guys, so what happened? Pragnananda played yesterday, and Adiban's game got over. Today he must have checked those games, and he must have seen, oh, it's a piece sack, and he went deeper. So Adiban's game actually against Salem yesterday continued with bishop e4 here, queen d1, not take that, take on d1, bishop e6 happened.
Amazing.
And
Dhruv Singh is very alert to remember.
Who said?
Dhruv?
Yeah, well done, Dhruv. And I think here he was better, Adiban. So Pragg got inspired. By the way, rook a6 has been played, which is again the only move, Amruta. Wei making all the only moves.
But Pragg in his preparation still rook
yeah,
e5.
Now Wei has to find again the only move.
Graham Pawar says Matrix reloaded.
Oh, he blunders. He blunders.
And this
But
is
now Pragg might not know how to take advantage of it.
because he's not prepared blunders. You mean no? King d8. King d8 is quite obvious possibility. So he would be prepared.
But first, I am not even able to understand why it is a blunder.
थोड़ा सोचो.
हाँ वही सोच रहा हूँ. Guys.
Yeah,
Oh. Oh.
Jai Kisan Jai Jawan says not metrics, it's mate risk reloaded.
So अमृता अगर एक चीज देखोगे तो किंग D7 was the correct move यहाँ पर.
King D7 instead of King D8. Crazy. Yeah. Then so he is prepared because King D8 is natural. You don't want
King
to go
D8
King D7.
and now you can see Pragg. Now he is adjusting himself on the chair. He
Matlab
has to go
he
for
knows it. He knows
No,
it.
he doesn't know it.
I
Because
bet he
see,
knows
first
we
move
will
that
call him
comes
for
to
an
your
interview.
mind is Rook D1, correct?
Correct.
Then you go Rook King C7. And then you go check.
Rook E7 or Rook C5, I don't know.
Rook C5 and then I go here and I'm safe. And I'm
if I
piece
go
up.
If I go Rook E7, check here.
Rook E7 and I go here.
And Knight D6 or Knight C5.
Or take here.
No, if you take then Rook Knight takes E4. अच्छा चलेगा ना? You have Rook G7. So
but
take
you'll
Rook
be piece
F7.
down.
ठीक है. So here you are a piece up. That's why you are clearly better.
No, you are piece up everywhere.
So why not Rook D?
So here.
So but what happened? Why is King D7 the best move? I mean, what is wrong with King D8? You have to still explain.
No, the main thing is that this is pinned. So here white has a move to do something. If you do King D7 and if I make a waiting move, you are anyway taking this.
Okay.
So that's why King D8 is a mistake. But how to find the winning move is impossible. Anyone found in the chat?
Yeah, but I would not take it any move here because it's a difficult move even when you see, like I saw the move right now, but you can say, no, it's hard to find.
Of course it's hard to find. No one found.
No, there were some people, but I don't want to. You want to?
So Rook C5, guys, don't use engine.
Yeah,
Think
because
on
I'm
your
not
own.
going to believe Sagar. Rook C5 can be found in 1 minute.
Yeah, it's
in
not.
Classical,
No, I don't
yes.
think it is possible to find also. If Pragg finds it, I'll be like super impressed.
Pragg can find it.
No.
Look, he has the intuition for the position now.
The idea here is Rook D1 check. And the main point was not to let the king run to C7. And because this is a pin, you cannot do anything. So let's say you bring your rook.
No, your idea is after Rook D1 check, he couldn't even go King 8, C8 marega. So he can't get rid of the pin.
Yeah. So Bishop D7 maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Still Rook D1 you'll go.
Kuch
Now
hil hi nahi raha
I'll go King E8. Suppose trying to get rid of the pin, you have Knight D6 check here. I think. Rook C7 with the idea of Knight F6 and Rook D7.
No,
Knight
now,
D4, suppose.
Guys in the chat.
Ah.
White to play.
Oh wow, 4,500 people are watching. So we have to get at least 500 answers.
We should get first likes on the stream. Okay. Guys, you have to like the stream because this is insane level of chess that you are witnessing. Very high level of chess.
Yay.
See, Aradhya Garg is in the chat. Okay, Aradhya Garg is former national junior champion. Aradhya, did you find this Rook C5 move?
Yes. Acha, Rook C5.
Not this. This you will find.
Yeah, Aradhya.
This is a winning move. Here and mate. If Pragg finds Rook C5, now that we are looking at the position, Amruta, Rook possible. C5 looks like, the thing. Why? I'll just explain why. Firstly, the rook cannot move and exchange because f6 is protected by the rook. So you will lose the piece. This rook cannot even move anywhere because if you go rook e8, rook d1 check is coming up. So you have to say, let's say you go rook e8, I go rook d1, you try to block with bishop d7. Now knight jumps to d6, attacking here and here. So you are again losing.
Rook e7, if I go knight b7. By the way, Aradhya did find rook c5.
If I
found. Yeah.
Very nice.
Amazing.
That's good. If Aradhya you have found it, then I think Pragg might be able to find it. Because I think here by elimination, what other move can Pragg think of, Amruta? Maybe check he can think of. Check. But then he sees the king running away.
No, I think definitely that way Pragnananda, if he was prepared until the move rook e5, then there are certain ideas and insights about the position.
No, but it was not deep preparation. See, there is two types of preparation. One is deep, where you spend hours looking at a line. This was just a cursory glance of yesterday's game.
Or if Adiban and Pragnananda have prepared it together, how do you know? What's that?
And also, Amruta, one of the biggest things that all the people who are watching this live stream know is that there is a winning move here.
That's a
which Pragg may not be aware of.
Aradhya says it requires out-of-box thinking to find rook c5. If we consider options, we can find. If we go too deep in a variation, it is very difficult to come back and readjust.
And also, Aradhya, if you don't know that this is a winning position, it might not be easy. Like, Pragg might think this is still compensation. And for compensation, you may even do rook d1 check. You may even do rook d5 check. These are all like rook d5 looks very good compensation, Amruta. bg3 check, king b6.
Piece down ho yaar tum, and it's like a
नहीं, ये देखो
pretty
ना,
normal position.
take check. Where do you will go? If you go king a7,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, I will.
King a7. Now look at this move.
Which?
Boom.
Oh, there are very nasty tactics.
And by the
Again and again.
way, look at this, no? Okay, this is a draw after rook f5, opposite color pawn down. But
किसको बेचारा बोलोगे f6 को या h8 को?
दोनों ही. But this reminds me of this position in Anish's game today. Bishop d4. The rook cannot move because mate. So it's lost.
Oh, Anish won the second game.
No, first game today.
Hmm.
If you go here, then I can go f4 also, but bishop takes e5 is also good enough. Check. And by the way, Vei getting bored now. Vei is like, "Arey Pragg, khelo." But Vei has 2 minutes. Pragg has 9 minutes. By the way,
Vei can make Maggie.
Anand Sahasra Buddhe, thank you for your super chat.
Contribution.
लाइव बोर्ड चला गया क्या? नहीं है ना guys.
Aradhya says must say impressed by Pragg's time management. Great self-control. I think once you're prepared, so this is one more thing, no, about when you out prepare your opponent, you not just out prepare him on the board, but in time. And
Amruta, will Pragg find the move? Let's ask the chat.
Poll. Awesome.
Will Pragg find rook c5?
Right.
Oh, he played it! He found it!
Did you really think
Pragg.
he will not find it?
Pragg, bowing down to you. What a player. Man.
Amazing.
Amazed at Pragg's ability. Yes, please vote for yes, guys. 10% who said no, you are wrong. He found it.
Found. Pragg OP, guys. Pragg OP.
अरे यार प्रज्ञानंदा क्या आदमी है, क्या मतलब आदमी भी नहीं है, he's just 16. What a move.
Look, sometimes.
Anish Giri won. He's 2-0 up.
Yes. And now I'll be watching Pragnanda's game.
And by the way, Ding Liren is losing. So that means 1-1 हो जाएगा यहाँ पे.
And what about Magnus? One just for a very quick this thing.
Magnus he will be able to hold baby. Draw हो जाएगा. He's slightly worse, but.
Akshay Kulkarni says Pragnanda had already found a move in the first 5 seconds. He was just giving content to Sagar. Kiran Suresh says छोटा बच्चा है क्या? And Roberto has super chatted. Thank you, Roberto. Pragg OP. Pragg. No, seriously, I think sometimes not being matured enough, you're able to find such moves. I mean, you're very
What?
young.
Mature.
30-year-old guys, 32-year-old guys are matured, right?
You mean me? Or Magnus also? Me or Magnus? Tell.
Magnus.
Only thing that is similar between me and Magnus is our gaming chair, and both of us born in 1990.
1990.
Oh, rookie 8 he played. Now, very important. Check. Oh, Wei had only. Oh, Pragg, dekho na. He plays so fast, Amruta. He's putting Wei under so much pressure.
30 seconds for Wei.
He didn't think. He had 8 minutes 50 seconds. But Pragg is like, zoop, zoop. He's making the move. Now Wei has only 25 seconds.
Now Bishop D7. Here you had mentioned knight D6, right? This
Yes,
is happening.
knight D6.
So knight D6.
But if he had played king E7, then here is the winning move. Knight takes F6, bishop takes F6, and rook E1 check.
Oh, got it. King E8, king F8, rook E8, king E8
King
and rook.
D7.
Anyway, rook E8 and
No, rook E8, BD4 check. You lose. So here rook D5 first, intermezzo. King C6, rook takes E8.
But
King
now king
takes
D5.
D5, bishop F6, rook F6, rook takes C8.
And this rook endgame, is it really winning?
Pawn up. You are 2 pawns up, but you will take
but that
this.
King on D5 doesn't matter?
No, it's winning according.
Oh.
So knight D6 again played by Pragg.
In 8 minutes, baapre.
Hi Pragnananda, what? No, he's not thinking only.
So what's going on? Rook B6 खेला है 20 seconds for Wei. I think Wei is gonna lose on time in this game. High chances.
No, but position only is gone, so kya lose on time. 98 finish. Game is over. You can't take with the bishop, it's pinned. You can't take with the knight, it is pinned. So you have to take with the king. Once you take with the king, I give you check. Now you can't go here because
Bishop F6. No, what happens?
you can go, by the way. You can't go here because of rook D5. And now my threat is to take and take this. There is no way to stop it. Is there?
No.
No way to stop.
No. So
You are
king
losing.
F8 is actually
So
forced.
king F8 forced.
Or bishop is ignored.
Now I can play rook takes A5, threatening this. And this bishop is very weirdly
Even
positioned.
threatening bishop F6, no? So if I go bishop C6 right now, what's your idea?
Check.
King E7, but I have 2 pieces for a rook, okay? For now. At least for now, I mean.
Yeah. But
Oh, so you just continue with the material.
this knight bichara is so pinned, it can't do anything in life.
Yeah, in the whole game that F6 knight pe tha na, this is the perfect game for pin.
Pin, yeah.
It's amazing.
F6 knight is like, bhai, mera power kidhar hai? Someone told me L shape, I can move. No, buddy, you cannot
It's the
move.
Statue of Liberty.
So now, guys, knight takes F7. Pragg might get a little tempted, but he will calculate king E7. And there is no way out. So he will most likely take. I think he will take. When it comes to calculation, Pragg is very accurate.
Jai Khan says, Sagar bhai, if you notice, he prepared his own whole line when he took more than 6 minutes while thinking about rook c5.
Kya?
Pragnanda had prepared his whole line and he took more than 6 minutes for rook c5.
Yeah. No, rook c5 I don't think was his prep. He found it on the board.
Sandeep Patel says, great commentary guys, now 35. Never played or watched chess, but have been hooked since a month. Watching all Pragnanda games. He's brutal.
Yeah, he's just too good. Too good. I think Pragg is getting stronger day by day. Also his prep. You know, guys, it's never just one thing. It is of many factors which come together, like hard work, memory, repetition. So right now he's doing everything that can help him become stronger.
Akshay Gupta's super chat says Pragg name changed. Pragna fish, stockfish trigger. Wow.
He took. Now will.
Rookie five check, of course.
Arey, he
Will
found.
matlab तुम्हारा question, he'll not let you finish
And
your
he's
question.
playing so fast that Wei also played fast king f8. Wei is like, अरे हम भी fast खेल सकते हैं. Now actually this is a moment
Rook
where
a5. No, he has to play. Or are
no, there are many moves now.
Acha.
Because long term it's two pieces for rook plus two pawns. Plus the position is very bad. Like
The coordination is very bad, as you said.
and this bishop is classy.
Rook a5 ko will you calculate rook b?
No, you
rook
can't
b2
take,
is
no,
stupid.
because
Yeah,
take,
bishop
and then rook d7 is hanging.
Correct. So he's thinking, na? 4 minutes. He's down to 4 minutes. Shoaib asks, is there prize money for getting into the semi-finals? Yes, with every round there is.
Yeah, they have, I think, per win also. Rook e2 he played, which is also very good. Equally good. Actually, Pragg preferred to keep his rooks on the files rather than entering through the side. So Amruta, look at this. Okay, now threat is to take here and take here. Correct.
Correct.
So you will play bishop c6. You will try to move the bishop. Give check. You will go here.
Yes.
Now I play f6. Now you will go here. This is pinned like this. It's torture. There's no other word for black. It's like torture.
Absolutely.
He played bishop c6. He's going to go check.
Wow. This is what great preparation can do to your opponent, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, guys, the world is watching Pragg, yeah? If Pragg beats Wei like this, people are going to take note. Not just on YouTube, like, not just that all Agad Matar will make a video, Gotham Chess will do it, many other YouTube channels will do it. It's also the top players, the top organizers, everyone's looking.
I think he has already now done his part of going into that elite group where now invitations are going to all be for him. And
Maybe,
the
I
classical-
mean, it's too soon to say because there's also
Nothing
rating.
too
No?
soon. It's already too late. He has to go. COVID was there, so 2 years were gone. So it's already should happen now. But you can see, Sagar, COVID actually did not affect his players. They did not let that happen.
No, of course.
In
I
that
mean, it
sense,
affected.
it affected in the sense they couldn't play tournaments and all. Still, the possibility of many times you start playing and you just lost the hang of it.
Yeah.
That kind of a thing didn't happen.
Amruta,
Yes.
I was wondering if bishop e7 makes sense.
I was thinking of that, king g8, f6. But then
Not
I
f6.
like.
Bishop
Acha.
f8 might come.
Okay.
But I was thinking bishop c5.
Oh, rook b2.
Rook b2, rook e8.
Bishop
rook
e8,
bishop
rook
e8, king h7. And okay, this position is not
You
so
don't
clear.
have the bishop on g7 survives, right? Whereas when you showed f6, there what I liked is the bishop on h8 is like in the prison. Like,
And also, like, it's a permanent prison for everyone.
Correct.
Because the king cannot move up because of this pawn. If the king cannot move up, the knight is pinned.
yeah.
If the
king
knight
can go to
cannot move,
g8
then
and
the
h7.
bishop cannot move here. And
Maybe the idea is king g8 and king h7. But right now, if you take on b2, rook b2, let's say, is there a finish very quickly?
yes, no, this
Here,
is the
here.
position.
No, I'm talking about f6, bishop h8 and rook b2.
No, white to play.
Oops, sorry.
I can play b3.
c4.
I can play b3. I can play c4. I can play c4, c3, whatever.
So there is no immediate finish you have. That's what I got it. Rook
Yeah, he
d8,
played
knight
f6.
d8, yeah.
c4, again the best move.
But now the time is almost close, but you have got a position where you are more relieved, and your opponent is not just at 20 seconds, huge with a lot of pressure already. 5,900 people are watching, sir.
Yeah,
Pragnanda's game. So
guys,
that
you
is
are
amazing.
watching. Yeah, actually, you can also, at some point, I'm hoping in this tournament, we'll get to see this frame when they will face each other.
Oh, nicely showed.
Rook a6.
Ah, that rook is also, where is it going? What's the idea? Nothing. Desperate attempt.
I want to know the kind of the genesis of this idea, like from where, and this can only be known from Pragg or Atiban or someone like Pragg maybe. So we'll have to wait till the end of the tournament to ask Pragg if he checked Adiban's game, which was played in Sharjah yesterday, and then just built up more on it. That shows his work ethic. That every day you check all the games that are happening across the world, Sharjah, then you look at other games, other tournaments which are happening, everything, super bet, and in every game you find what is the improvement.
Yes, but Sagar, I don't think it's only the yesterday's game of Adiban, because there were just too many tactics in between to be aware of.
No,
And
but
to
this
play.
line has never been played at top level or any level. So you think that Pragg is prepared some sideline?
No, I think like they have prepared it together.
Maybe,
Yeah,
possible.
possible. I mean, I don't know. Aradhya also thinks they have prepared together. But we will call Pragg at some point. Rook a7. Even the c5 pawn is a passer. So you mean if Pragnanda wins this and the third round is a draw, it's over, yeah? Today? Right?
Sorry?
Ye jeeta और next draw तो खत्म.
Yeah. By the way, he's let this come out a bit, but
Why?
actually what he's missed, I think, is bishop e7. He missed. Yeah, Pragg
Don't tell me where he's going to fight back this game.
He's going to fight
That
back.
guy is
Because
crazy.
he's totally lost here. And I think Pragg missed here, like rook c8 was just winning. He missed that this bishop can actually come back. He must have thought he has moved and this is winning. But bishop e7 and Wei is back in the game. No, Wei is not played his move yet. But I think
But
he will
4
play.
seconds for Wei. Sagar. 3, 2.
What? No, he must have made his move for sure.
Yeah.
It's the forced move, no? So he must not have even thought. Yeah, 31 seconds.
Oh, 31 seconds.
And I think this will change the momentum of the game, Amruta.
Because he was so much better. That's the reason, yeah?
Yeah. Rook c8 is still better. By the way, Magnus Carlsen drew. Not easy to beat Magnus.
Exactly. Oh, bishop d6 takes. So 2 pieces for a rook and 2 pawns. Materially, anyway, white is doing fine.
Yeah.
And his rooks are very active.
Now threat is rook here. Maybe.
It should still be winning, just that it's more hard work. Bishop c6. Do you want to go? No, just bring the king, or maybe h4, h5.
Yeah, he still can't move much because king goes out. This is hanging.
Everything is tied down.
Yeah.
Still, until the knight is pinned, I think white can still relax a bit. Oh, there is no way to get the knight out of the pin. Only rook ending, na? Rook d7.
Ooh, rook d7 is the only move now for Wei. Because
But
if he plays bishop d7, there is rook c7. He finds it.
Oh,
Oh,
you
but
will
now
use
rook,
the
rook
CC.
takes, Amruta. Takes, and rook endgame is winning. Pawn up.
How easy would you say this rook endgame is?
Quite.
Quite easy, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah, we knows that.
First
F6 maybe,
threat is, I
F6.
think, this check.
And the other is rook b6, b4, rook a... No, rook
Actually,
a6.
f6, Amruta. I'm thinking if check and rook c7, but yeah, then you go king here and here.
Huh, that king pawn endgame will be winning, Sagar.
No. It's
For
equal
sure.
pawns.
But my king is coming. King f2, king g3, king h4, king h5.
इसके पास भी है king. Okay, rook b7. Now just bring king like this, and you're winning. No, actually, Wei could have defended better, perhaps, but
But he can't because he's gone through those 16 minutes of
Amruta,
pressure.
now look at this.
Yes, now it's winning. Rook c7 is simple.
Rook
King
c7,
is
rook
already
c7,
in
pawn
active.
c7, king c7, king g3, king d7, king
King
g4, king e7, king g. Okay.
King h5. That's what. Even at that point, it was winning. Why would you not go rook c7? How can you do that? I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Okay, it's fine.
But rook c7 is just finished, Sagar.
No,
He
I mean,
cannot
you have to
miss such a
calculate the other
move.
side also.
King g3,
King g3, king d6.
king g4,
This is draw.
king f4.
King comes here.
So he saw only king g4. Oh, like what I blundered.
So here,
Oh God.
here.
Such a wrong assessment.
It might be not easy to calculate this for sure.
But is king f4 winning instead of king d4?
Yes, but
Yes, we will look at it again.
but
We'll
but
come
now
back to
only
this.
winning move is g4. Again, it's not simple.
So man, practically Pragnanda did a great idea, no? Of not going into that.
Yeah, practically it was good. Now king d4. Is he still in control?
Now king c4. No?
You can also give a check, king d6, and pick up this pawn.
Ah, that's good too. So he's thinking 18 seconds. But Vehi has got more time. Will Pragnanda be under pressure because of his time for this position?
Now it's not so difficult, but of course rook endgames are always tricky.
Rook f7. Yeah.
How about rook
Rook f6.
g5?
Rook g5, g3, no?
G3, rook here.
King d3.
There's rook. Guys, the main reason why Pragg is winning now is because king c4 attacks this and this pawn. And rook f6 check also attacks this. So there are two weaknesses and white will be like at least 2 pawns up.
Rook f7. Rook h5.
They played a few moves.
He played rook h5.
So rook f7, rook h5, h3, rook h4, king e3, king e5, check.
King f3, king d4. You still need to find a way because king c3 is now a strong threat, right?
Yeah, now only move is king e2.
Oh, king e2.
He played rook c7, but now king d3.
It's a hard end game.
Yeah, the way he holds this, it'll be unbelievable. King d2 now way he has to find, but guys, it's rook endgame. Sometimes the moves are just impossible to understand without deeply looking at it.
Also, with 30 seconds, it's too much to find. I mean, you cannot find, no? They are for classical games, rook end games.
Yeah, but here I think rook has no moves actually. So king d2 is only move.
Rook
King
h5,
d4 is
rook c4 is a
yeah.
problem.
So
That's
he'll
why king
find
d2.
king.
Oh, he played h5. Blunder.
Check.
King c3 then.
King c3.
Is the rook on h4 getting trapped?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Maybe that is g3. G3.
Right now g3, rook d4. Sagar.
Yeah. No check. King here and g3.
Rook d4, then the king pawn game is winning.
And you take here king g2 trap.
Wow. Wow, this is
I didn't find.
great.
He played rook c5. This was very beautiful. The rook trap.
The only
King d2. And now actually Pragg is it's a draw.
no, even now Sagar, rook d5, same idea. Rook d5 check and g3 will not come.
Now maybe you go this way or what? p5, king c2,
g3. Come on,
you take here and take here.
Oh, the b3 pawn is attacked. इसीलिए.
Now you take this,
Tough.
but check and you take this. Wow.
Oh man, look at his resistance.
I think what Pragg will be most upset about here is the fact that this game could be like, one of the best that he has played, like one of.
Yes.
And he would have finished it like in 20-25 moves.
Especially when you have a novelty on the board, winning with it is really something which you want and is a lifetime memory. It's a masterpiece. And Hydra says, oof, these rook end games. Magnus miscalculating, Vishy missing his chance, and now Pragg. Very tricky, even for such top players.
5 seconds, come on.
Rook e4, another chance, rook h5.
Yeah, take.
He had to go rook d3 check.
He had to play that, but why did he not play is also a good question.
It's all tough decisions only, all of them.
Okay, Pragg is still winning.
Rook e3 now, then king f4, it should be fine.
King c3, king f3. It's all about tempos now. King f3, so Pragg plays it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Guys, this game even is going above my head. This rook end games, why is it winning? Why? What is happening?
It's great. It's very tough. We'd love to analyze. You have to do one.
You go check king here and g4. Maybe that's the way. Goes g4.
क्या फर्क है अभी?
Okay, he had to first give check, but he took here. Now
move by move, you can go wrong.
Or this. These two moves have to be played. He goes rook b5.
Right.
Which might not be the best because of king c4.
Rook c5 stops the king.
In this game already there have been so many moves that have not been accurate. But now king c4, oh, he finds it.
So now the play is much forcing because a b3 will go.
You have to play this. If you play b3, h5. I mean, it's just, there's no reason, I think. It's just here. Then you have to give another check, which is not possible to, I think, calculate.
Why? Giving a check to gain, you will worry about king f5.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, he plays.
He gives a check.
King f5. Oh, this check and this is coming. Acha.
Has he seen that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
I think Pragg has to play king f5 he played.
Oh, he sees it.
Check.
It's the final time I think he had to do the best move. Rook b5. Draw.
Rook b5, b3. Both are equal.
Oh, he plays rook d4. But that is also working right now.
Yeah, it's fine, no? Because this one of the pawns is falling. What an endgame, guys.
Nikhil Chehal says rook endgame to be renamed as bar dance endgame.
ऐसे ही ड्रॉ हो गया यार. चेक वे.
नहीं
It's a draw.
करेगा क्या वैसे भी what you can do. King e6 event. Whatever last.
No, rook d5.
Rook b5, no? I think now he has 30 seconds. Good amount of time to calculate.
Just rook d4 is okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he goes rook d5.
Rook b5. King d3, so that you don't stop the way of your pawn. King d3.
Yeah.
Why is he thinking? He must be thinking about king d4, yeah? Oh, rook c5. He's thinking about rook c5. Yeah, now rook b8, rook b5. Because if you don't play rook b8, then b3 is faster.
He goes there. Still, the thing is, till the end, he doesn't give.
15 seconds each.
11, 10, Wei, b3, f1, b2. If you play king c3, then rook check, right?
Oh, he's going to try to give up his rook for the pawn.
Yeah.
And
And
if
then he
theoretically black misses anything, then it again gives a winning chance.
Yeah, b2 is kind of
Wow.
forced.
Wow.
Oh, check.
Wow.
Okay,
Putting
still
me
winning.
against wanting to make accurate moves. This is something which Pragg does amazing, I think.
Let's now wait till the end.
No matter what, whatever the result is, look at the process. This guy is still whatever you say.
King f7.
Both, huh? I'm impressed with Wei's play also.
King d5. Now g5.
Or h5. G5,
Some-
G5, because
some-
it is
Somehow
protected by
g5
G6.
g5 wins.
Because it is
H5
protected
draw.
ना, G6 खेल सकते हो तुम.
No,
H5
the
में
main
H6
thing
नहीं है.
main thing is this rook will sacrifice eventually for the pawn, and this is farther away from the king. Something like that logic.
नहीं, अभी G6 आएगा. अच्छा, okay, possible.
Can you go g6? What is the problem with g6? It's
There
a
is a
draw.
problem. ठीक है.
Can't
सिर्फ
understand.
पता होना कि problem है.
He
क्यों है वो
finds the
नहीं
best
find
move,
करता
king
है.
g7.
Oh,
Why?
and not easy. King G7
Why?
was a tough move.
Absolutely very tough. But why? b2.
B2.
Now rook b1 forced.
Why? Because he studied endgames.
But what is the logic? Rook b6 now?
Logic.
अच्छा, g6?
सिर्फ देखना है.
Can we go
H5.
h5, king f5?
G6. King
g6, king
G5,
g5?
rook G1 check.
g6 ठीक है.
अच्छा, the logic is king h7 है क्या अभी? या king f5 को forced है ना? h5 खेलना.
King f5, attacking this pawn, h5. King g5.
King h7. King h5, g7. Rook b7, king
No,
h8.
Amruta, h5 was draw.
अच्छा.
This is the only move.
नहीं,
King
इधर
h7.
h5 बोल.
King h7 is the only move.
Oh,
So if
you
you
have to
take,
save that one tempo.
Then check.
Rook f1 is there. So he saved that tempo with king g7.
Yeah.
Nice. Now go g7. Same
No,
idea.
G7.
King f6, king h8. Over. नहीं, king h8, rook f1 check.
Queen. No,
King h8. Ooh, now there is no way to draw. Pragnananda is finally winning.
No,
Announced.
wait.
No, I'm not gonna wait.
Wait.
100% is gonna win.
Arey, wait, bhai. If he queens, this is a draw, it seems to me.
क्या?
Queen,
Heart attack मत
take.
देना.
Draw hai. So can't queen. h5.
ठीक है, rook e1 check.
Pragg has 20 seconds to figure out.
Oh,
What a
don't
move.
play
Rook
h5.
b4, epic. No, h5 is okay.
Don't make a queen. Rook h1. Yeah. Job is done.
No, if rook takes h4, queen.
तो रुका हो, थोड़ा बहुत इधर इधर घुमाओगे फिराओगे और फिर छोड़ दोगे.
Did we resign?
नहीं,
Yes.
we won't resign. Finally, Pragnananda जीत गया है. He's won. It is a relieving moment for all of us. How many? 7,000 people are relaxed.
What a game, guys. What a game we have had. First, Pragg showing immaculate preparation, getting a completely winning position, then making an error, Wei fighting like crazy. Then we reaching a rook endgame where it was winning for Pragg. Again, going up and down, reaching a drawn endgame. Pragg not agreeing to a draw, activating his king. Wei trying somehow, does something, and then suddenly the pawn's queen, and in the end, very accurate.
Very final move, King G7 was very important. And in spite of it being draw, what Pragnanda did was still trying to not repeat by rook b8, rook c8. Yeah, he still made moves where black had to be accurate.
Yeah. What is the chat saying? How
Chat
did
is
they enjoy?
sending all fire and all these cool goggles, cool guys, hearts, happy, this thing, Pragg OP.
Yeah, guys, we have so many people here. Guys, do like the stream. Pragg is only half a point away from winning this quarterfinals and moving into the semis. Can we ask the chat if he wins this, whom will he play? The winner of which match?
Yes, guys, please let us know who he will play.
And also, if you haven't
was in
subscribed
data
yet
relief.
to Chessbase India, please do subscribe. The third round has already begun in other games.
Wow, this was really great.
No, but
Swashbuckling.
what? Swashbuckling?
What's that word?
Yeah. Anish is 2 out of 2-0. Magnus is 1.5-half. And Ding Liren and Mamedyarov are 1-1. So these are the matches. And we are looking at Anish's game. He's better. Anish is just very strong. Actually, he's playing amazing chess.
Yeah, he's in a great form for sure. Pragg OP. Queen wala variation दिखाओ. Actually, a lot to analyze. I think one of the break ही नहीं दे रहा है ना. Pragnanda is not giving a break. He's utilizing every minute. It's like एक सेकेंड भी वेस्ट नहीं होने दूंगा.
But now he needs a draw out of 2 games. So I think that should be quite doable. But Wei will come all out at him. And that is not going to be easy. But let's see.
He's actually being very caring. Sagar has been commentating continuously. So
Let's see. Let's see.
फटाफट खत्म
Wei
करने की
doesn't.
कोशिश
Wei is
करता
not caring that much. So we'll see. Meanwhile, Ding Liren and
Anand Narayanan says, you two are doing phenomenal job. Take a bow, guys.
thank you, Anand. Thank you so much. By the way, look at what Magnus played.
F4.
He's liking these
H4,
setups.
F4, G4. Oh, Gropri type.
Yeah, which he played with Vidit
Bishop E2
also.
वाला. सब लोग अभी यही खेल रहे हैं ना, काफी लोग. C3, 97, Bishop E3.
He moves out from E1 to that side.
I think it's a good opening to try next time when I'll play Bullet with Samay. He'll play Cecilia. This is Anish versus Aryan, and he's got his knight on d4 isolated. Generally, with the d5 isolated pawn, we don't see both the knights in the picture. It's most probably one light square bishop. Definitely. So it's going to be a lot of maneuvers and dance here and there.
Yeah.
This knight, where would you prefer? b4 or f4? कुछ और सोच रहे हो?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about
Pragnanda?
Pragg today, Anand, the way Vishy played, the way Pragg played. And I'm just overwhelmed at this point as to how many things happened in that game, how many things happened today in Vishy's game. And
Exactly. मैं वही बोला इतना क्या टाइम ले रहा है
One
before
day
or
of
really? Then I got it.
Ding is
One.
2-0 up, guys. I thought Ding was lost the last game. Ah, Ding won. Ding was minus, no, that game or what? Look
Oh,
at this, guys. Ding was minus. He was totally lost. ये position में. Oh, he didn't have to move his rook at all because there's no threat. This is pinned. Can't believe he lost this.
Ding didn't lose.
No, Mamedyarov.
Oh, what? How did he lose? Oh, God.
Oh my god. Thank you, whoever said it. Because I was looking like Mamedyarov will win. So Ding is 2-0 up. Anish is
बाप
2-0
रे.
up. So Amruta, this final, most likely, what semi-finals will be Anish Giri, Magnus Carlsen, Ding Liren and Pragg.
Oh, क्या बात है. That's going to be super fun. Asim Khan, member for 16 months, pillar of Indian chess, says as Anish mentioned, these young guns always look out for wins, no matter what position is. Absolutely, absolutely.
True.
Oh, Vijay S has super chatted. Thank you so much, Vijay. You've not written any message there, but Bhavana samajh gaye. Ananta Krishna Prabhu says love from Karnataka. You're doing excellent commentary. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand Krishna.
Raj Ta is crying. He says, why can't these tournaments be conducted after CA exams?
सीए एग्जाम के लिए अगर कोई चीज रुकेगी तो फिर तो
कोई CA ही नहीं बनेगा.
नहीं नहीं
नहीं सॉरी सब CA
कुछ होगा ही नहीं.
Can we analyze the Pragg game? Yes, I think whichever break we'll get, we'll analyze Pragg game.
I'll put up analysis too.
हाँ, analysis video. आज रात को तुमको analysis शुरू करोगे तो you won't be able to sleep. He's got so many complicated variations. A4. Okay. So Magnus is playing in a very different style actually, because with his F4, E4 ideas and queen on E1,
Yeah.
he's gone for A4 and quite a different setup. He wants to go knight A3 most probably. Rook C8. Always have to be alert with the knight on C6, queen on C2 for threats like knight D4, knight B4, typical ideas here. Maybe a good idea at some point
Maybe
is to
it
go
works.
bishop
No, if you
F2.
play knight D2. Knight D2 there's DE4 already. Sorry, mistake. And
But
then
D4 को क्या मतलब
E2
sorry.
is hanging.
Oh, sorry. That's a
So
pain.
let's play knight A3, for example. Knight
No,
A3.
even knight A3.
Now knight D4 works.
Now knight D4. You can't take CD. CD, yeah, this is clearly better for you.
And if you don't take, then knight D4. No, not that. Like now, if you move the queen, knight E2, I'll get bishop pair.
Yes. Oh, this is knight B3. There
Yeah,
is a
queen
4.
D1.
So you have to go queen D1 and then there is still a pin. Sagar, you win material. So it is forced to actually, when knight D4 is played, it will be forced to take on D4.
Yeah.
Again, if you take with the knight, there is CD4 and attacks the bishop. Also the pawn. I mean, pawn on C3. And yeah, this is just clearly very, very strong. I think this is very strong. Takes and again. So all the time these pin ideas are there with rook C8. So Magnus has to be very careful. I don't understand why he has decided to keep his queen on C2. It looks really ugly.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. In fact, here when he went queen C2, definitely not a good idea. Okay, he's thinking right now 8 minutes and 11 minutes. Oh, Bharat Kumar, thank you for the super sticker. Victory. Nice. Chetan Krasta, thank you for your contribution. Okay, what about Pragnananda's game has not yet started, guys, right now. In fact, nobody's game has, Anish Giri's game has started. Let's have a look where
What
the knight has
nobody's
gone.
game has started. We are seeing games of everyone. Only Pragg's game has not started.
इधर क्या है? अच्छा, ये बाद में क्या राउंड है? ठीक है, got it. We were at this position, knight d3, queen c4.
Yeah.
Queen
Anish
d1
needs
was
only a
played.
draw to qualify.
But this is the third round already for them.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an easy draw then. He's already slightly better. G6. And the knight decides to go to b4. Because on f4 in future it could still be, at some point it can get kicked away. So knight on b4 attacks the d5. d5 pawn. Yeah, you have to go. What do you do? My idea is, do I want to move the knight from d4 and attack the d5 pawn? Doesn't make a lot of sense because I can always defend it. Not easy to find any counterplay for black. Not easy. Let's say I just do nothing and I go h5. Actually, white needs to do nothing. कुछ भी आराम से खेला तो भी it is fine. So let's knight moves back to e2, putting pressure on d5. You want to defend it? Am I able to take it with, if I go h4? The problem is if I take on d5, you go queen a2. So this is all kind of very what to say, unnatural moves, not easy. So black can try to fight, but not easy. I wouldn't recommend. Well,
Fight
Magnus,
means you think
he's
that
in the, like, very difficult, but to
Magnus played
avoid
rook d1.
Yeah, Magnus played rook
Mistake.
d1. I can't believe it. Now knight d4 is very strong for David.
which we were discussing.
Yes. So white has
Actually,
three
Magnus
possibilities.
is not playing like bulletproof, right? He's making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. In rapid, that is the thing. भैयू in the chat. भैयू शारजा में हो ना? क्या चल रहा है? Reading. Very nice, Sagar sir.
अरे
Yeah,
guys,
very nice.
Abhijit Gupta is in Sharjah and he's on 3 out of 3 right now. And he's Abhijit, all the best for your remaining rounds. Sorry, I'm eating, guys. Just
या सॉरी तो बोलना ही पड़ेगा क्योंकि सबने बोला सर अकेले अकेले हमसे भी पूछिए.
Actually-
फिर समीर शाह बोल रहा है इट्स क्राइम टू ईट अ मैंगो बाय स्पून.
yeah, exactly. I wanted to eat it like that, but then I thought कि सब लोग बोलेंगे क्यों ऐसे खा रहे हो? Why are you eating like that? So I'm eating, cutting with a knife and
शार्दुल भुसारी बोलते आंबे नको खाऊ रे इथे मिळत नाही. आय एम श्योर इज नॉट इन इंडिया. The future said, by the way, to enjoy your today's stream, I cleared both the groups 6 months ago. क्या बात है?
Oh,
Amazing.
बढ़िया.
Satish says, Sagar and Amruta commentating is as insightful as Harsha Bhogle and Sunil Gavaskar's cricket commentary. Aha. Thank you. Abhijit Gupta says, I may be 3 out of 3, but Sagar is the best. क्या हुआ?
You are Sunil Gavaskar. Huh?
I have not seen the.
If you are talking about batting, then maybe I will be okay to be Sunil Gavaskar.
मैंने क्रिकेट कभी देखा नहीं है, so I don't really know. And काफी लोगों को लग रहा है मैं साउथ इंडियन हूँ.
क्यों?
Because of my accent. It has South Indian accent. That's what they're saying. आर्यन is saying, लोग क्या सोचेंगे इसका अपना सोचो. आप अपना हाथ कैसे भी खाओ.
नहीं वो थोड़ा ज्यादा हो जाएगा गाइस. चैंपियंस चेस टूर का स्ट्रीम में आम कैन बी ईटन ओनली विद स्पून.
ये देख भाई, ये देखो हर्षा भोगले एंड सुनील गावस्कर आर ओल्ड, सो ये कुडोज. नाइस. ठीक है, फॉर अ मोमेंट आई एम टेकिंग अ ब्रेक एंड आई एम गोइंग टू एनालाइज. बाय द वे, बट वी हैव अ सुपर चैट. Ramit Malhotra says, just joining and missed most of the chess this aim. Saw Vishy missing out on a win sadly, but yay for Pragg, fingers and toes all crossed. Excitement is brewing. Absolutely,
Did our chat say, Amruta, if Pragg wins, then against whom he will play in the semis? Thank you, by the way, Ramit, for your super chat.
Chat had said, just that I ignored the chat at that time.
Can you ask?
I mean, I don't know. But please, guys, can you tell me again? And we have one more super chat in AED by Anirban Bhattacharya. Oh, thank you so much, Anirban.
Thank you,
You've
Anirban.
not written any message, but I'm sure you may be aware or watching Sharjah very actively.
Yeah, Anirban, if you are sending super chat in AED means you are in UAE. If you are in UAE, then you can go to Sharjah Masters to watch it, because almost top 10 Indians में से top 6 are there. 6 or 7.
Mohan Kaushik is saying last by feel depressed. Arey fir you can watch the stream. Don't go.
He took.
Chal, let me see. See, he took with the bishop. So that was, I think, that was okay. Sagar,
Yeah.
he took with the bishop. C takes d4.
Yeah.
Okay, the difference is that e2 is protected. So there is no d4 where you lose the pawn.
White to play.
But no. I know. Generally, the ideas with the ideas of d4 do not exist right now. But the knight on b1 cannot develop. Oh, wait a second. I'm going to Pragnananda's game. It is started.
Can you add them on the camera?
Yes, I can. c4 was the first move which was played, and both of them are there on the screen right now.
Actually, at one point, Wei was one of the biggest talents in the world, and now he's being already
Yeah, when Wei was playing World Junior, Pragg was this little.
10 years old.
That was his first interview in that tournament. Bishop b4. g3, bishop takes c3 has happened. English opening, and we are going to get amazing insights from Sagar. He plays English. Bishop takes c3, b takes c3, d6, bishop g2, knight c6, c5. What do you have to say about this?
Yeah, very interesting, Amruta, because if now takes, he's given a pawn, and Wei in a must win. He cannot draw this because the score is 2-0. So if you take, then I guess he may want to take and triple the pawns. But it's not only about tripling the pawns, it's also about giving up your strong bishop. So black does have very good, and he's pawn up also. So let's say you go queen a4 hitting here, and I put my queen in the center, then already all my pawns are protected. So actually nowadays, Amruta, aesthetically I've started to like double pawns.
But what about triple pawns? Triple?
Yeah, I mean,
no, this is a interesting variation.
triple
which
pawns
Wei
is
has
nothing
to
but
do.
double pawns on one pawn. But yeah, c5, I think Pragg, considering the tournament situation, may not take it. He may just go knight f6.
Correct.
Also, guys, if you see Pragg's strategy, he's doing this thing and just giving up the bishop for the knight. Because if you remember what he did with Anish also, after queen c2, knight c6, sorry, not knight c6, knight f6, knight f3, he took without thinking. So basically, he's playing this opening in a way where he's giving up his dark squared bishop, putting his pawns on dark squares, keeping his light squared bishop open. So c5.
So it's a good choice by Wei to, even if it is not the best, but it's good to take Pragnanda out of his preparation to some level.
Yeah.
And original game. Amazing. Praveen Shetty, thank you for your contribution. Sarat Pawan is a member for 10 months. Backer of Indian Chess says, Sagar bhai, please put next endgame deep dive.
I think endgame deep dive I have to do now on my own. Oh, and Pragg took. Let's see if Wei takes on c6, which he will. Otherwise, or he may play bishop a3.
But
And your endgame deep dive I wanted to do with Biswa, Vaibhav, and Samay, but now they are all, since the pandemic has ended, they are so busy. It's very difficult to find time with them.
you can teach me, na? Rook and games. But Abhijit Gupta is saying to Anirban, you can give me money and I can give it to Sagar. Itna YouTube को क्यों देना है? Abhijit Gupta is playing Sharjah, so yeah. Hey, come on, ना भाइयों, कुछ भी बिल्कुल नहीं. You will see many times when he will say no. Taking sides, not good.
No, Abhijit is saying Sagar says yeah on everything that Amruta says.
No, he doesn't.
No, I mean, you say that double pawns are bad, yeah. Triple pawns are bad, yeah. So queen a4 attacks here. Queen
Okay.
d6 or queen d5.
I'll observe. Queen d5. I like more.
Or knight e7, just developing and different.
In general, what is your prediction for this game? Because even Wei is playing really good. So, do you think this will end in a draw, or Wei will be able to beat Pragnanda and take this to the next round?
I think it will be Wei won't be
fourth
able to
round.
win.
No?
Yeah, because already his opening strategy has not been great. And again, Pragnananda has to find the only move. By the way, guys, Shakriyar Mamedyarov has won his game against Ding Lijian, which means that we are going to witness the fourth game also. That's really good.
Yeah, that's great.
By the way, so I was talking about here queen d5 is the most important move, defending c6 and hitting h1. So let's say I go queen d5. You will most likely play knight f3 or you will play e4. There are two options. Let's say you go knight f3, then I will push with e4. And now, where do you go with your knight?
Knight. वापस तो नहीं जा सकते यार. Maybe some
So
interval.
knight e5. Because if I take, you want to take on c6 and pick this up.
Nice. So what if I save the c6 pawn right now? Bishop b.
Knight e7.
Or maybe knight e7.
Knight c4.
Simply short castle.
Yeah, and white, although white is, these triple pawns are there, they are covering very important squares, Amruta. And that's why I think black is doing well.
Wow, it's a
And
unusual.
He found queen d5.
Yeah, queen d5 is not difficult to find.
Yeah, but he will play these moves always. Yeah, he'll find the best moves. It's a habit.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Shivam Kumar says, Sagar bhai, I saw your Trompovsky tactic in YouTube shorts and played exactly like that against my opponent in an online tournament final and won that. Thanks. क्या बात है? Shashi Bhatnagar says triple pawns are 1.5 times better than double pawns. Abhijit says you should make one roast video for one another. वाइट शर्ट पे हमेशा कुछ गिराता है.
By the way, guys, we are very close to 906,500. In case you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and also like the stream. Have we reached 2,000 likes? 3,000 likes. ठीक है चलो.
तुम क्या 2,000 मांग रहे?
3,000 likes. Guys, please do like the stream.
Sarath Pawan asks any possibility of quadruple pawns.
I've never seen a game actually.
Maybe we can try to find.
From where? Chess base?
Mega. Aradhya Bansal says in future we might see Ali Reza versus Pragg in World Championship finals.
Firstly, the candidates this time only Ali Reza might win. And we might see Magnus versus Ali Reza.
But that's what we cannot see now because Magnus is already. Magnus has said if Ali Reza is there, maybe.
He will win. He will play if Ali Reza wins.
Abhijit says Amruta will kill that video. Sagar joke will be तुम्हारा opening खराब है.
You and Abhijit are like doing a conversation.
अच्छा भाई now he'll kill me. By the way, तुम्हारा preparation वगैरह नहीं है? Whom are you playing the next round? This is his preparation. He's watching his games.
By the way, F3 Amruta. And now
F3 को you just simply move knight E7. You have to do nothing. I think black should aim for development. एक बार development हो जाएगा तो you can try to open the
okay, by the way,
center तो you cannot.
Anish's game is over. They
क्या
drew.
हुआ?
They drew.
हाँ, this
Anish
was not
he's winning already, but he drew like clinical effort. So Anish is through to the semi-finals, guys. First semi-finalist.
Wow.
And
फटाफट हो गया. Maybe you can send him the link.
no, today let him take rest.
Okay.
Okay.
So every time you decide, today he'll take rest. Today he'll
Yeah, he calls me coach, after in these interviews because he comes and analyzes here. So today as a coach, I'm telling take rest.
No, he can analyze Pragnanda's game.
By the way, knight f6 played by Pragg.
And c4. Oh, he developed a knight on f6 instead of e7.
Yeah.
कितने हो गए? Instead of I would like to consider for black h5 h4 ideas as well, Sagar. Do you think they are
in the air.
possible? Yes. So right now for c4, where do you go with your queen?
Queen d6, no?
Forced, because otherwise queen d4 I was thinking, queen c6 check, but you don't really have any time.
Queen d6 and then c6, c5 both are defended.
And the g1 knight, उसका g1 देखो, ये नहीं है उसके जीवन में, ये भी नहीं है और ये भी नहीं है.
ये जीवन है, इस जीवन का h3 है.
नहीं है, वही तो प्रॉब्लम.
ओ h3 नहीं है.
हाँ, वही तो.
h3 नहीं है. h3 नहीं है.
f3 नहीं है.
f3 नहीं है दोस्तों.
ट्यूबलाइट.
थोड़े गम है. हुई नहीं खुशियाँ. Actually, white's position, knight cannot come out. So can I just castle now? Let's say castle.
Wait a second. How do I try to find some counterplay for towards black? I mean, कुछ तो होना तो चाहिए ना with such triple pawns. I'm surprised.
By the way, we have two super chats. Darshan Singhvi says, Amruta ma'am, did you just say Sagar हर कोई शर्ट पे कुछ white गिराता है, or did I hear it wrong?
On white shirt he generally आम वाम गिराता है वो.
On shirt.
नहीं, और कोई भी shirt, और कोई भी shirt. So that's why usually उसको dark shirts देने का.
Rajat Sharma says, used to watch Improving Chess episodes, Dr. Chess series during the pandemic. Those were the days. Glad to reconnect again with the game. Arey, thank you, Rajat. And today was a massive day for chess, because for Indian chess actually. Anand played very well. And now Pragnananda might make it to the semi-finals. I think he'll be the first Indian to reach the semi-finals. Arjun had reached the quarters and had lost to Aronian. But okay, there is still a lot of work to do. We might think that the match is over, but Wei is a very dangerous player overall. And he will be looking at his opportunities here.
Yeah, after looking at the last game by Wei Sagar, we can't just say ki, okay, Pragg is decently better and all. We know how even Wei is going to give a tough resistance here.
Yeah.
Something to learn. Castle. Development में तो there is आराम से सब हो गया है. How can white try to find some counterplay is my question. One is he can get his bishop to a3, queen to a5, and put some pressure on c5.
So let's say if you play bishop a3, no, here.
Yeah.
By the way, Pragg has gone bishop e6, not castles.
Acha, he went bishop e6.
Now, if you go bishop a3.
Okay.
So my question,
With the idea of queen, can I go a5?
exactly, I thought so. Yeah, that was what I wanted to ask. Because stopping queen a5.
Ah. Yeah, but
And
let's say if I don't stop you, is it also a problem or
no,
it's fine?
because I have knight d7. So if you play queen a5, I have knight d7. And I'm fine.
So anyway, I cannot put more pressure on c5. So this knight is really a big problem
Yeah.
in white's position. I don't know why he played f3. Bishop e6 go. And you have to maybe go f4 and knight f3.
He first plays queen a5, Amruta. Wei. Wei says that
Castle.
I'll not let you play a5.
But still the same.
So
if I play bishop e, he went bishop e3.
Now only move, guys.
97. That
Which
is
Pragg
fine.
played. Pragg has 9 minutes. Wei also has 9 minutes. So this game.
Oh, g4. What is he going to do?
Okay. I'm going to ask the chat. This Pragg. Think like Pragg. What will you play here?
Yeah, I can definitely. Yes.
Actually, Magnus many times combines his vacations or something with chess tournament. I feel like right now he must be on a vacation somewhere.
Darshan Singhvi asks is AG coming to Olympiad.
Yeah.
कितने लोग आंसर दे रहे हैं सागर? People
F5.
are very active today.
F5 is the right move. Can you call some names out for F5?
Craig Faria, Karthik Shenoy, Yagna Nidumolu, Ayush Gaur, Venkatesh Das,
Because guys,
Maheshwari Mathar.
after f5 you can't develop your knight because g4 is hanging, so you must take. I take here. Now knight h3 is not coming, so what to do?
F5 is so with the king going the. I think Pragg will win this. I'm not. I
Because
don't
of the
even think he'll draw.
g1 knight, I think that is the main problem piece.
इसका नाम जीवन है.
Let's play h4, trying to get knight h3, but now I can switch queen g6 and I'm coming to
At
g2
some point, I may even give a piece sack.
and king f2.
I'll go rook e4 आ रहा है क्या?
हाँ आता है e4. Nice. Bishop
b4, bishop e4, and suppose to show you if you go knight h3, then guys, what should black play here?
Many moves win, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if they are able to find intuitively the nicest move. Oh, there is also a suggestion which is rook f3, but I'm not sure. Rook f3 is not a good idea. After ef3, you don't really get much. Even if you go queen f5, you can play an f4. So not rook f3, but the move is आर्यन गोस्वामी. तो काफी लोग रुक f3 पे ही अटके हैं.
Bishop
Actually
takes
not. Rohit
and knight e5.
Bhavtankar. Yeah. Bishop f3 intuitively, and now knight e5, where knight f4 खेलेगा suppose. Rook f4. Bishop f4. Knight d3 check. Rook e8 check. And his king is exposed in the center. ये mate हो ही जाएगा.
Yeah. So by the way, Pragg didn't play f5. Pragg
What did he
went
play?
h5.
That's also good, no? That's also
But
very
no,
strong.
actually he didn't. He did not play. He played rook b8, and
Acha.
Wei was very happy to get this knight out.
But now you are getting
Now
h5 or
h5.
f5. It's kind of unstoppable.
And now he took fg.
So isn't rook b2 coming strongly? Because then how can you even castle? Suppose? Oh no.
Yeah, he will not castle. Maybe h3.
Yeah, at some point basically you have to play f5. So this is a
But I
possibility
think
to
Pragg
continue This is another possibility to continue rook b2 and f5.
I don't know why Pragg didn't play f5 directly. Still a question to me. Rahul C, thank you so much for super chat.
I think he's playing Shanti Se because he needs a draw. So
Oh, he played rook b2 Yormo.
hmm.
Yeah, who is Pragg playing, Amruta?
Again, I didn't see. 1 second, I'll tell you.
If Pragg wins this match, will he face Anish, maybe Magnus, or maybe Ding? I think these are the people who are leading.
Everybody has said AG, so maybe it's Anish. Oh, Pragg versus Anish.
Okay. By the way, Amruta, look at this opening. I'm going crazy. ठीक है? Shakriyar Mamedara has to win. Okay, you guess the moves. Did you see the position?
हाँ एक देखा ना लास्ट पोजीशन तो दिखता है ना अभी आके उधर ही है मेरी तो क्या
See, e4, e5. Okay. So you give a pawn. Castles. Knight goes back. He attacks. Defends here. And now.
What? Wow, ये ऐसा हुआ क्या?
Is this played before by Mamedara? Because if he's playing this over the board.
नहीं over the board नहीं रहेगा. ओवर द बोर्ड रहेगा तो मैं तो कहूंगी कि तुम मामेदारों के साथ दोस्ती बनाओ तो तुम्हें बंजी जंपिंग वगैरह सब करने मिलेगा. Amazing, Sagar.
What?
This guy is able to find such interesting ideas. It's amazing. Wow.
So this has been played in 157 games. Mamed Yarov has played with Caruana. Okay. Knight f3, rook e8. So, oh, Abhijit Gupta has also played this. Mamed Yarov has played it 3 times.
Okay, and has
Abhijit
he won?
has played.
Mamed Yarov has beaten Caruana with this same line. Abhijit has also beaten
And
Sunil
now
Dutt.
b5. So until now they had not
latest है क्या मतलब it is only in 20s and 21.
Yeah, 94 has been played before by Mamed Yarov, but so this clearly he's playing and he's prepared, so
yeah,
it's interesting.
Rahul Supercharged asked, can you explain the format of the semis again?
Same like this, 4 games, whoever wins 2.5 points goes through. If 2-2 draw, then we go to Blitz and then Armageddon.
Tolerance Humility says, hi Sagarji, I am your biggest fan when you comment sleeping. Please act once again like sleeping.
I don't need to act.
Rajat says, I won gold in chess championship in my college. Sika. And all thanks to you and Levi sir. Just thank you so much, sir. Sir, एक बार पढ़ लीजिए, ठीक है? एक बार पढ़ लिया.
Thank you. अगर यहाँ पे अमृता क्वीन टेक्स a7 has been played.
क्वीन ट्रैप नहीं हो रही क्या नाइट b6 के बाद? 1 सेकेंड. नो नहीं, यू हैव क्वीन a3. बट देन इधर तो पूरा एक्सपोज्ड है ना. Shit. We just go f5.
No, so
Ignore
yeah,
everything.
Amruta, look at the move.
This is
e4. In this
knight e4.
If d4, bishop c4, correct?
e4. If d4, bishop c4, and here there is a big problem. So yeah, you go knight e4, attack the queen. But
Queen E5.
now queen e5. So there can be a disco, but you need not rook e2 disco because after king e2 this will get defended.
Yeah. Rook b7 maybe.
No, rook b7, queen b7, acha, queen a1 check, and you take on h1. Nice. But if I just play rook c1, then you go bishop g4, and then there is a problem. Okay. It's a nice move. e4 is a very nice move. So is Pragnananda thinking here? What did he play?
b8, which is the second best move here.
Yeah. Queen is still not getting tracked, but your e4 ideas exist. It's a dream position. 4 minutes, queen a3. Played. Still e4 is possible. No, but now e4, knight e4, queen e5, ko there will be queen c3, I think. Oh.
Bishop takes g4.
Acha, you are okay with the queen exchange?
Yeah, sure.
First you have rook e2 check. Intermezzo. And then...
I just put an
Knight nice. So, queen a3. And he's thinking. Nice position. So one is e4 is possible, but because I think Pragnanda didn't play at this point before, I'm not sure if he will still go for the same. One more thing to just check if this is still a possibility and a good move or not. f5 right now. Yeah, it is still possible if gf5, bishop f5. Only thing is the queen which was away and has got one pawn somehow is able to come for the defense that way. But f5 is possible. This position, Pragnanda will have to give a good thought. One good idea is queen e7, trying to maneuver it to queen h4. And the whole point is white, of course, cannot castle because of rook e2 here. This is attacked and queen h4, and there is a lot of pressure here. Anyway, queen h4 is unstoppable. Now, if you play something like this after queen h4, it's a very strong position. Nice. So we have to see whether Pragg goes e4, whether he goes queen
yeah,
e7.
he played e4.
He played e4 now. Okay.
e4, knight e4, queen e5.
So the same thing he could have played with the queen on a7 and rook on f8, which was a better situation. But now queen c3 comes. Anyway, it is still clearly better after bishop g4. So that's why maybe white should try to defend g4. So he has defended both, and in that way, e2 is kind of secured. But there is a very interesting... what are the ideas which you will think for black in the chat? I would like to know. There are one or two nice moves if possible here. Let me see if the chat is able to.
Yeah, because
a few possibilities, but
one move I think is bishop takes c4.
Yeah, bishop takes c4 is definitely a possibility and interesting. And white will only try to go queen c3.
By the way, Magnus Carlsen has won.
So did he win all 3 games?
No, he won 2, but draw 1.
So he's gone into the next
qualified.
round. So Anish has finished basically. Magnus is finished. Mehmed Arrow versus Ding is still going on. Can you show the game one moment?
Who's?
Mehmed Arrow versus Ding, because they had this beef like crazy, no?
No.
Yeah, but people had suggested, by the way, rook b3, rook c2, bishop c4, rook b1, rook h3. Okay, I want to show some ideas in that position. Okay, this is it. So people had suggested, ये हुआ है क्या already?
Yeah.
हाँ, he played queen e5, knight e4, queen e5, h3 को मैंने पूछा था, and people had suggested, let's say rook b4. By the way, rook b4 का ये देखो assessment. Why is it changing so much? Because after queen c3, the queen exchange is forced, and I think white remains a pawn up.
Yeah.
So that's why, guys, rook b4 is not a good move. But the ideas, very interesting ideas, were bishop d5. And if cd5, the triple pawns have converted into double pawns, cd5, where will you go with your knight? Because let's say if you move, this hangs, so you cannot, it's a pin. You win back the knight and the king is weaker because the center is much more open. So this was one nice idea, at least a pattern to keep in mind. The other one would be to exchange. At the end, everything is about the e4 knight, kind of protecting
if you
everything. The
take-
g3 square, the c3 square. So if
I
you
can take with the
take
G
here,
pawn also, right?
no, if you take with the g
King
pawn,
F2.
then king goes to f2. This is protected. I think the being that a pawn up and then protecting your king and everything is giving white a good position.
Yeah.
So it's still somewhere black has to be careful about everything. Queen f6 खेल सकता है, and
By
I
the way,
would say it's
H3 is played.
complicated.
H3 is played.
Oh, h3 is played. I would say it can
And
lead to
now
complications.
F5 has been played by Pragg.
My God, I think Wei is going to fight, and it can get risky for Pragnananda Sagar. It can get risky. If gf5,
Bishop takes.
if you take bishop f5,
Only move queen c3.
whatever you do, queen c3.
But queen c3, Amruta. Bishop e4.
Queen
Knight
e5,
e5.
knight e5, d e5. Now this is hanging,
Knight.
but this is also
Knight
hanging. So
c4
you go
आ
knight
सकता है,
c4.
but also possible is rook c2.
Suppose you take knight c4, then I am going bishop c5. Somehow, you wanted to go rook c2 with the idea of rook b2. But I'll start a4, and now if you go rook b2, if you go rook h2 here, find a winning idea.
Black to play.
Yeah, it's black to play.
Yeah. Areva.
Prabodh Prakash says, I started playing tournaments recently, got 1080 rapid rating. Just need to exchange second and third position. 0 and 8. Huh?
1800 he wants to be. 1080.
Nice.
Knight
People
F3
have got the pin idea. So rook h2 nahi, but you can just castle there, and actually it's that's why I say it's a little complicated. I mean the assessments and all of that with the e pawn. Wow. One thing to note is the opening or whatever they are playing right now. It's very original, and it's not a very usual thing where many times you have better understanding about where the piece placements should be, right? So to play full time accurate is not easy in such positions.
Yeah. By the way, Amruta, few moves have been played. In the game, f5 takes bishop f5, queen c3, take on e4, queen e5, knight e5, pawn takes, knight c4, bishop c5.
It has happened on the board.
Yeah.
So only thing to take care, as we know, against the knight, rook and knight, is the rook pawn, where it should not get dangerous.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Pragnana is fine, and he can even try to find a perpetual if at all. So that's a good part about it.
एक मिनट.
Oh, rook a2.
एक मिनट. Can we go back? अच्छा, rook b1, there's bishop f2, correct. Okay, rook a2.
What? Rook b1, then king f2.
King f2.
Yeah. So he played rook a2. Of course, you have to play rook a2. Oh, he played rook a2, rook b1 check, king f2, rook h1. So at least the rook pawn is gone.
Now rook
This is a
a7.
passer. You want to go rook a7?
No, rook a7, rook h3.
Yeah. This should be fine. Knight d2. e5 would be a blunder because knight a4 and 4. ठीक है.
So
Yeah, he will hold this. He will hold this.
he plays rook c2. And now knight d6, Amruta.
Why not rook b1? Everybody had asked maybe once show the king f2 move, no, Sagar?
When?
Rook a2 के बदले. Parth Pandey says, I think in this tournament, Anish is difficult to beat than Magnus or Ding because of the form he has and the positional solidarity he possesses.
Solidarity. Okay, solidity.
Solidarity.
Guys, here rook b1, not, he'll just move king f2. And both the rooks protect each other.
Skewer defense.
By the way, e5 has been played. It's not
Abhi
going to be
knight e4,
easy,
if you go
actually.
into the rook endgame, Sagar, with knight e4 check,
King e3. No.
knight c5, king e3 को knight c5, rook c5 and rook h3 check. King e4, maybe maybe king f7.
Yeah.
Rook c6. I'll lose this. Okay. Why do you think this is not easy?
What?
Why do you think this is not easy after knight e4? He played this. He played knight e4 check. King g2 was played. And he played rook d1.
Yeah.
He did not allow the rook end game. Where he is retaining the bishop. Okay. By the way, Magnus Carlsen has won his game.
Yeah, I spoke about.
Achha.
He won 2.5 half.
And Mamedera versus Ding Liren is still going on 11-10. Have they started the next game?
Yeah, third game.
Fourth, it seems. 11 and 10. Fourth game. It looks like a draw, so they may go in tiebreak.
No, Ding will win. Ding is 2 points.
Oh, right. Coming back to Pragnananda's game. Rook d1, bishop e3, rook d5.
Meanwhile, rook d5 played by Pragg, attacking the pawn on e5.
Yeah.
And now this pawn is hanging, but he'll save it with c5 or rook c5. I think rook c5 makes a lot of sense because if you take knight c5 and knight e6. So he goes knight to c5. Maybe Pragg wants to put his knight on e6 and then go c5. Once knight sits on e6, it blockades the passed pawn and it's very good. So knight c5 was a good move by Pragg. See how the game pans out. He goes knight e6, rook takes c6, and that is a pawn sacrifice, so can go king f7. Wei has very little advantage actually after g5. Pawn up is just cosmetic because of these double pawns, and Pragg draw is enough. Who's going to make this knight move? No one. No one can make this knight move. Then these two pawns are safe. These two pawns are safe. Then it's just lost position. I mean, in the match, it's a lost situation because he's going to lose it. It will end in a draw.
Any counterplay we was able to find?
So Wei understands that this knight is very important, so he's coming for it. King f5, there is g6. But if you go king d5,
Rook d1 check.
yeah.
Knight d4 fork missed. Kidhar? Guys, knight d4 then king d4.
Wei has 1 minute 14 seconds. Pragg has 55 seconds. Now how to build more pressure, because this bishop is kind of useless because of these pawns for the time being. And also like king f5 is met with g6, king d5 is met with rook d1. So not so easy to make progress here for white.
Also, what I would like, how will you save the h3 pawn? But
So
you're
it
losing.
happened this here,
Forced.
king g4, check, king f3, h1.
Anand Narayanan says after rook c6 Pragg missed knight d4. Please go back and check.
Yeah, here. But king e4, and if you take here, I'll take here.
Oh, it's lost, yeah?
So yeah, fork was there, but it was also counter attack.
e6 आ रहा था बाद में. King f3. Rook f1. King a4. Rook a1 ही ठीक है. Because you always have checks from the side then. Now rook g1 check. Is rook g1 check fine? Yeah, it is fine.
Mohamed Yarrow draw, so Mohamed Yarrow might get knocked off. I think Wei will keep trying, but Amruta, there seems to be not a way to break through.
Especially when knight is the best blockader.
Yeah.
King e4.
Yeah.
Even maybe you have rook g1, g5.
No, I don't want to
No,
play
huh?
g5.
Just Shanti se bet
Keep my knight on e6. Till it's there on e6, you can't do anything. If you want to win, you have to remove that knight.
Would you say you'll not even risk going in? This rook and knight would be lost. No, by the way, or a back. Yeah, definitely. Rook knight takes go at g5 and then c7 will fall. So knight g5 would be a bad idea. Right?
Red bishop g5.
Just go rook g1. Ah, he wants to go bishop f6 right now. Sagar.
And?
Bishop is going to f6. Slowly is improving. कुछ नहीं है क्या?
Do what? The knight and king are on light square, so you need a king to enter. But f5 is taken up, and d5 is also controlled, regulated. So
now e3 is not defended. So you can also maybe keep your rook on e1 or a3.
yeah.
Rook g1. Oh, rook c2. Look, he's trying something.
c5.
So his idea is to go king d5, king c6, king d7. And then rook c6 again. This is his idea. How do you say? What do you do? So suppose black goes, let's say I can stop with rook d1, but I don't stop. And then you go king d5.
Yeah, check.
Then I go check. Then you go king c6. Now I don't let you enter and I attack the e3 pawn. Okay, nothing to worry actually. He played rook c2. Oh, he played g5. Sagar. Bapre, this has gone risky, no? Because of the rook pawn now.
Yeah, why did he play g5?
I think he's thinking that he'll win this h pawn.
He missed here rook d2.
D2 came out of the blue, no? Anyway, because rook d2, rook d7 is a great idea. Man.
Yeah, rook d2. Rook takes h5.
Rook d7 check.
Rook
Is
d7.
lost.
King.
That's what the bishop on f6 किधर से ना किधर उसने थोड़ा बहुत तो ये कर ही दिया. At the end of it.
He finds rook
Hey,
d2.
man, this is resistance, yeah?
He's
This
winning. He's winning. Amazing.
What a guy. What a guy. What a match.
And Pragg is lost now. Rook e7. The e pawn is very powerful, and with so limited material, I think even Pragg didn't believe that. But he played king d5. Pragg went knight f8.
No, you just lose, no, now. Your c7 is hanging, rook g7 check. Yeah. King f5 ko, then maybe rook f7. And then there is, what about the knight? Or first you want to take.
If you play e4 here,
Possible. Oh man, that has been like a.
and now rook f7 in 1 minute 12 seconds he has to find. Should be.
But is it the only move? Like if he plays rook c7 here, then it is a draw.
It's the only move.
Because rook h1 and now rook f7 if he goes, you have the check. And then the king can go to e6. Like king c6. No, you don't need to. The knight sits on e6. Should be fine. Oh, but a lot of moves have happened. No, he found rook f7. अरे बहुत सारे moves हुए. Rook d7 check. Oh man. Yeah, now there's check, there is e7, and then you are a piece up. Rahul Mukherjee, member for 13 months, pillar of Indian chess, says Sagar and Amruta, hats off to you both for your efforts covering 2 super tournaments, chess club on Saturday. Thank you so much, Sagar and Amruta OP. Wishing a speedy 1 million, I think.
Thank you.
Hats off to Sagar for wishes, commentary, plus this. Oh, and as we thought that this is going to end, this is going to the next round.
Yeah.
And I don't know what will happen because Wei is
e7
fighting like anything.
Yeah, this is lost. I think Pragg might do well to just resign. But
Wow.
he's going here, trying to checkmate.
King. No, it's not a mate. Rook h5 is there, but maybe you can play rook h5 now. Or GT, but 3 seconds. Yeah, he played king h7. He gave a check.
Almost just 1 second left.
King g8. Now go rook h6. Yeah, the knight is attacked. If the knight moves, then there is e7 and yeah, Pragnanda has lost his game.
Wow.
Wei sips
Wei
the
just
coffee.
takes the cup and now has the score is 2-1, which means that we are going into the final rapid game this score was actually not expected, Amruta.
This was
Because
absolutely not expected.
I mean Pragg was just in control of the game from the start, but I think he lost control.
At which point would you say, Sagar?
Uh,
Rook A2, I felt was, though it was a draw, still not with the best possibility for white. He got to.
yeah, here this G5
Yeah,
actually changed.
actually, even this is fine, no? G5. He was holding very strongly somehow.
Yeah, this new situation with the change in structure, not that great, and so
But it was subtle. It was not like a very big mistake at that point of time. So, okay, I think it was a nice fight by Wei to make such a comeback. It's really difficult.
agreed.
So we have two more games, I think, right now. Mohamed Arrow versus Mohamed Arrow is over. Only one game is going to go on, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, take some rest. Then
Yeah.
do you want to join?
Starts, yes.
Should I really?
Yeah.
So all 3,000 people. How is the match going on for you guys? What do you think? How do you think of Wei's play? Of course, we all now know what do you think of Pragnanda's play, but this is the real defense and also a fight by Wei. What do you think? Does it does such games motivate you guys to, when you think that, oh, I am losing, when you're playing online or offline, whatever, you would really love to put on such kind of resistance? Graham Pawar says exciting games. The anonymous professor says he's rock solid and showing great resilience. Aditya says Pragg will win with white. It's not 2.5 out of 7, Rugved. This is a match of 4 games, and you need 2.5 out of 4. If it is 2 all, then it will be a tiebreak. Rahul says my friends are superstitious, saying Pragg started losing after I started watching. Oh, that's not possible, Rahul. जो होना है वो होते ही रहेगा वैसे भी. Yeah, Pragg needs 1 draw to qualify. Blitz in tiebreaker. No, I'm actually I cannot of course guarantee that it won't go in tiebreak, but with white, Pragnanda being white, I still feel that he will draw. At least he will draw. The only thing is, this also changes the momentum in some way, um, and it all depends on how it affects the mindset, the nerves, the stamina. It's of course also tiring. If you see all 3 games today which were played, they all went into very complicated end games, and that's the reason they are more tiring. These 3 rounds would be equal to almost 4 rounds already. So definitely right now the players will be tired. Aditya, who is in Orissa covering the Kit Open, says win or lose, that's a part of the game, but we should all be happy to see Pragg playing with the top level players of the world and is performing well at this level. Yes. अर्का से सागर भाई, प्रैग के हारने से ज़्यादा दुख है कि आपको और जगना पड़ेगा. Nahi, we get one more extra game. That's the best part. You know, every move to see from these young legends is amazing. Yeah, Graham says rook and games are very intense. For sure. Oops, once again, let me just, by the way, remove the camera so that. Yes, and I'm getting ready for the next game. Pragnananda versus Wei. Okay. Gaurav Nangia says hello, Amruta and Sagar, wishing you a nice commentary with great analysis. Thank you. So, are we going to see another Sicilian? What happened in that game? Do you think Wei will be prepared, or do you think he will try to avoid it because he has no time to prepare for that, whereas Pragg is already prepared? It would be very interesting. Sicilian, though, I think he'll play, but we have to see whether he goes d6, bishop b5, but whether he loves that. Kunal Wagmare says such games show that nothing is permanent. Situations keep changing, but to remain calm and play in the present position is the key, rather than worrying about a match situation. Really difficult, but possible. Absolutely well said, Kunal. Like, this is so true, and I can assure you, with such extreme up and downs in the game, it definitely helps in life in a way. Like, it clearly makes a difference. It's not about because it's so much of up and down, and then you lose and you have to fight back. Life becomes easier. The normal problems in life become easier. You guys are doing a great job to promote chess in India. Keep up the awesome work, and really hats off to you both for streaming. Hats off to Sagar for streaming these long hours. We'll be watching all your streams going forward. Great, thank you. I don't know your name. You have not mentioned any name. Knight c3, d4, e4, or c4. What do you think? C4. E4. I think E4. Pragg 2, A1. Oh, by the way, we have 9,06,559 subscribers. Maybe we can get it 9,06,600 by the end of the stream. बाकी क्या चल रहा है guys? What's up? It's 12:56, 4 minutes to go for the next game. And to just let you know what the players are doing, Pragnananda's camera is right now like hanged. Where he is sitting, I think he's going to be eating something. Yeah, he's eating something, so that's what is going on. Aditya says I'm working now along with the stream. Play some bullet. नहीं यार, प्रज्ञानंदा के आगे क्या खेलने का, इधर देखने का ही मजा कुछ और है. Naman asks, what book should I prefer to learn chess? If you're an absolute beginner, then chess course is really good. If you've already started chess, then Silman's books are really good. Endgame. Actually, Endgame, you can see the whole understanding. Your basic endgame needs to be super strong. Rook endgames, rook and knight, ये कितनी बार जो आता है, and when you study those endgames, It may not be like every single time those endgames occur, but while studying, your understanding about the pieces, the maneuvers, the intuitive assessment, those improve. That's why it's very important to study endgame. And now it's all like opening पहले prepare करो, फिर middle game, फिर end game, but that's a absolute wrong way. The right way is to prepare end game, basic end games first. Praksha says 100 end games you must know is a good book for intermediate players. Yes, absolutely, 100 end games for sure. 2 minutes left, and have they? No, they have not yet started the game. वो तो अच्छा है. Chess Structures is a great book. I love that book. Tithi Sharma says you guys are doing a great job to promote chess in India. Keep it up. Exam tomorrow, but I love the game. Venkatesh Das asks how is Pragg playing at night. I think they're very young, so may not be too much of a problem. What do you think of intellectual insecurities? But what kind of intellectual insecurities? Naman says I want to learn openings because I only know the lines of e4. Wait. Here we have 1 minute to go, and poll. Yeah, let's have a poll. What do you think is gonna happen? Will the match go to the tie breaks? Tie break. Let's see what's your opinion. Naidov is also predicted. The way he came back was just amazing. Lucky Singh asked, do you think Sagar can qualify for semis if he plays tournament? Well, Sagar can become a world champion. So, if he plays chess. So, I am the very wrong person you can ask this question to. Naman nahi, Lucky Singh. Venkata Chengalwala says, at my level, I'm not studying equal endgames. I'm focused on converting piece for pawn up or pawn up and good position endgames. Doing so against a computer is hard. Yeah, I mean, I would. This is a great idea, great thing, because usually, have I missed anything? No, the games have not started. They're back right there. In fact, Fritz 18 has a very good feature where you can play and the computer doesn't play perfect chess. You can set it like that, and it so that's why you can set up the positions, and it's amazing. These kind of games, if you practice, it will be very very useful. And that's why you have to start with the basic endgame. Well, the game has started. Pragnananda actually plays d4. Sagar Shah. Sagar. Game has started. Pragnananda has played the first move d4. You can join whenever you want to. Awesome. Okay, so d4. He's thinking because he doesn't want to get tricked again. What is he thinking? Wait. d4, d5. Oh, knight f6. c4, e6. I'm predicting no, c5. It's gonna go in Benoni structure, guys. d5, e5. e5, you knight c3 or g3. He goes knight c3, d6, e4, bishop e7. Yeah, bishop e7. Okay, so we are not seeing any surprise as yet. Right now, the game is very, very calm in comparison to the Sicilian game and the novelty which we had witnessed earlier. H3. H3 way, I think, will continue with simple castle. Then he'll go bishop d3, knight f3, a4 maybe. I think Pragnanda will insert at some point. Well, you also have ideas of, once you develop the bishop, h4, h5, king f1, those ideas also exist. Bishop e3, maybe a6 is what black will play, or rook b8. Yeah, he goes a6, a4, stopping b5 is very natural. Rook b8 here is possible. Knight h5 ideas with f5 is possible. Wei needs to win this, so let's see how he continues. The score of Pragnananda has won 2 games, and last game Wei was able to beat Pragnananda. That's why this is the 4th round. If it is a draw, then Pragnananda wins this match and goes to semis with Anish Giri as his opponent. If Pragnananda loses this, then it will go to a tiebreak, and there will be 2 more blitz games. It's Meha says, kindly suggest book for the one who just started playing chess. Chess Course by Praful Zaveri is the book. You can also check the shop in the description. Why is white better according to the engine? The reason is, firstly, if you see one of the most obvious imbalance. What is the obvious imbalance? I'm going to ask to the chat. What is the obvious imbalance? G6 has been played. It actually gives a hook to attack h5, but there is also interesting g4 stopping knight h5 ideas. Yes, amazing. Samarth Gandhi, SJ Music, Tanmay Singh, Kaustub. Space advantage is really huge. This is one of the important things. The position is closed, and then if you have more space, that means your knights can maneuver more easily, and your development is going to be faster. Yes, he has played g4 stopping knight h5 ideas. So this is the reason why the computer prefers the position for white. G4, very nice move. I really like it. Knight h5 f5 would be strong ideas. Oh, Prathamesh Mahajan, thank you for such a huge super chat of 1000 rupees. Thank you. Thank you so much. Knight e8. Yes. Knight e8, you still have to consider f5. So how do you stop? Obvious move. You go bishop d3, having more control on f5. So if I cannot be played, it's still all opening. Both are having 14 minutes. Knight will go to f6 with the ideas of bishop d7, rook b8, and trying to get b5. He's gone, knight f6. The question is, white will have a choice of short castling and long castling both. But I think Pragnanda is going to prefer long castle with queen e2. Or he may think of keeping the king in the center also. Already the position is such where it is going very aggressive, and it's not going to be any plain simple draw for sure. It's all going to get complicated. Pragnanda, in fact, Pragg is going to attack. If it was white to play and win on demand, he would also love such a position. So queen c2 is a suggestion. Bishop h6, but bishop h6 doesn't trap the rook, guys. You have knight g7. Of course, bishop h6 is possible. Queen e2 is a nice move. That is also possible. You're improving your development. h4, h5 you cannot go because g4 will be hanging, and you won't get compensation because after bishop g4, even h5 ideas are stopped. Not like dragon where you are able to give up the pawn. Okay, what has happened in the game? No, Pragnanda is still thinking. Bishop h6. Guys, I think Sagar has fallen off to sleep, and I am going to wake him up a little bit after a few minutes with a very heavy heart. Knight f6. Guys, but let's try to suggest more moves and guess what Pragnananda is going to play. That will be a lot of fun. g5. g5 is being suggested, but g5 is not a good idea at all. Firstly, because you are giving away this h5 square. This knight is a beautiful blockade here. There's never h4, h5 possible. It's going to be a long plan. But anyway, this knight is also going to join g7, and black will get all these f6 ideas. The rook becomes active, and then it's going to be a lot of pressure. So g5 is not a good idea. Hold position, be patient. You have taken away some nice squares from the knight. That's the main objective. So now you be patient. What Pragnananda played was queen e2, a nice move. Knight g7. Black is trying to do all the preparation for f5 in the future. Look at how he's going to maneuver his knights. The knight went to d7, f6, e8. This knight went to e8, g7. Okay, he has long castle and king c2. So we are going to see b5 here at some point of time. And with white, we are going to see maybe some break, f4 ideas maybe. Or at the right time, maybe h4, h5, g5. All those are possible ideas. What about knight h4? Yeah, knight h4 would also be interesting. Now, at this point of time, by the way, he went king c2 here. A very nice move. Trying to think, let's say if he doesn't move his king at all. Knight h4 would be bad because, there will be a lot of threats with knight takes e4, knight takes d5. I mean, there's a discovered, so you cannot move the knight. And if you king c2 is trying to improve the position. Let us understand how. Queen a5 was played and he went rook a1. Amazing, amazing. Actually, he did long castle. Matlab, you could have thought of king d1, king c2. But black's plan changes, right, when you long castle. So, oh, this is nice. Rook stays on a1. And now b5 is not possible because if you play b5, there is a b5 and there is an attack here. You have won the pawn and your king is very safe, so nothing to worry. b5 is not possible. What else do you do with the queen? Until your queen is on a5, playing b5 would not be very easy. So rook a1 is a nice idea, defensive idea. Wei is thinking here. He may try to go rook f b8 or rook a b8, something like that. But now there is a possibility to improve a piece, which is knight goes to d2. And then you have f4 ideas. At some point, if you need, you can even go knight b3, a5. Beautiful play. Yeah, Pragnanda, actually, Wei did play rook f b8. He has played rook f b8. We have to see whether Pragg is going to play knight d2. Of course, he has other ideas also, but yeah, he does play the best move, knight d2, and the queen had to go back. So what maneuvering Wei did was to get his rook out from f8 and go back with his queen, trying to prepare b5. But right now, what Pragnanda can start is to already break in the center, because there is no rook also on f8. So just his pieces are way more flexible. Oops. Abhijit Krishna Menon, thank you so much for your super chat. Oh, thank you. Manmeet says Pragg is playing with his extra piece, that is king. Yeah, well, maybe you can say that because the king is defending. Okay, so will he go f4 now? Guys, what do you think? He can also play rook g1. Can he go with the idea of f3, trying to go h4? That is one question. Even that is possible, f3, with the idea of h4, h5, like dragon. But I like f4 move. f4 looks really direct. And you have raised a question. What is black going to do? Because if he takes here, then you can take here. This is, of course, a weakness. But you can get your rooks on f-file. You can double, there is a pressure, and then at the right time you can go g5. That could be possible. Black also have to be careful for the e5 ideas, and if exchanges happen, then d6 ideas as well. So let's see how Pragnananda is going to continue. Will he first play rook f1? Oh, he plays f4. Guys, everything what we are looking at is happening on the board. Everything. This is ultimate. Okay, so Wei has a decision to make. How to continue. Whether to capture here or to just ignore. Even if he ignores, let's say he makes, what can he play? Can he play b5 here? That is the question, trying to find some counter play. But if he plays b5, ab5, ab5, and you can first take rook 8, and you win the pawn. C takes b5. There is no c4, there is no attack here, there is no rook a2, rook a3. In fact, you are all very safe here. Also, this pawn is protected by 1, 2, 3, whereas attacked by only 1. और एक अटैक भी करेगा तो भी कुछ देखना नहीं है. So you are at peace already. So b5 is giving nothing. No need to worry about it. Wei continued with e takes f4 and bishop takes f4, and now he goes knight e8, trying to defend here. Now because the f file is opened, time to bring the rook here. Which rook? Maybe rook h f1, because this defends the a4 pawn as well. It's a nice rook. In fact, on a1, doing a duty. We can't call it undeveloped because it did go to rook d1 while it did long castle and came back. So rook f1 is one idea which Pragnanda could consider. Now getting back his knight to f3 is another idea. So a lot of piece movement and maneuvering is happening, and this is how this is what we have to really learn from his games. I think in 2 to 3 minutes, I'll see if we have to wake up Sagar Shah. No exchanges from both the sides. Yeah, Shailendra. No, I think F4, EF4 was the first exchange. Yes, guys, please do like this stream. People are suggesting A5, E5, H4. These are the few moves. H4 looks exciting because now G4 is protected for sure. But maybe the way Black will try to stop H5 is by himself going H5. And you'll have to play G5, Bishop G4. थोड़ा बहुत space Black को मिलेगा, but H4 is definitely possible. What else? E5 has been suggested. Yes, E5 is also possible. If E5 has to be played, Pragnanda will take some time to calculate, I think, because it's, you are kind of going for some exchanges and you need to get something in return. So takes, and let's say he goes knight d6 here. You can get your knight to e4. This is kind of attacked. Knight takes e4, knight takes e4. You can see the bishop on e5 is eyeing the rook here, and I cannot just go rook c8 or something because now I'll go h4 and crazy pieces. Yeah, all the pieces are eyeing the king side in some way. Whereas what is this rook doing on a8 is a big question. It's a showpiece. So knight f e8 has been played, and Pragg is thinking. We saw h4 is possible, e5 is possible. What else was the suggestion, guys? a5 has been suggested as well, but a5, you just binder and you allow the b6 idea, though it is okay. I would say why? You don't need to make a move on queen side, which is the opponent's playing side. This right now, this center or the king side is your playing side. So if not needed, don't make that move. Satyam says seems every move is good for Pragg. That this actually explains the position that when there are so many possible moves and all of them are good, your position is already very, very much safe. Oh, and look at what Pragg has done. As I said, he will take some time. He took some time and he has gone for the central break, e5. So it's very concrete calculations which he's doing. And Black, it's kind of going to get a little bit forcing for Black, or maybe Black will lose some material soon. What do you do? Takes. Bishop takes. B8 rook is attacked. We saw knight d6 is possible. Maybe bishop d6 is possible. In such situations, I don't think Black is worried about giving up an exchange. He just wants to find some play. He wants to not be suffocated. You see the space advantage, how it converts into the real suffocation on the chessboard. You don't want that. And that's the point where you are ready to give up some material because you need space. Let's see what happened in the game. He played bishop d6. Bishop takes d6, knight d6, and knight e4. Okay, so some exchanges are happening here. After knight e4, I think Black can go knight e4, or he can defend this knight even solidly by knight e8. But then you will lose the... Is there any compensation after knight e8, knight c5 for Black? Not really. Can he go b5? Well, I would definitely ask that question here if Black can play b5, ab5, ab5, but all the time this rook 8 is happening and the b8 rook has to be deflected and you will lose this pawn in the end. Also, you don't have to worry too much about rook c8 ideas because the knight is very well protected here. So this is fine. This is fine. Yes, Wei has gone 98. Lots of advantage lost, it seems. That's what. Oh, and he's won the pawn without taking on d6. Not lot of advantage is not lost. It's still in control. Maybe at this point when bishop d6 was played, the other move which was possible was to just maintain this and go rook f1. But this is fine. What is happening in the game is fine. He played knight c7, knight c5, rook c8, knight d7, queen d7. Right now, Pragnanda is one pawn up. He has won the c5 pawn. And now a5 has been played, trying to do a bind. c4 definitely under some pressure. Queen c7, maybe threatening knight c4. So you have to defend it with b3. And that's fine. Your king will go to b2. The good part is that dark squared bishop is not there and you don't have to worry about any crazy dangerous laser bishop. Yeah, b3. Only thing to be very careful against Wei is some sacrifice happening somewhere, pinning ideas. Those are the things we've kind of understood his style. At some point he will make very tricky moves. h4, h5. All the time the attraction is h4, h5, trying to open the file with, oops, that's my move. Galti se. And that's happened. Wow. As we were talking about it. h4. But the point is, it's not the best idea. Oh my god. Wei has an amazing move here. Guys, can you find it? Black to play. Wei has an amazing move and can Wei find it? That's the question. As we were just talking about the defensive ideas, the tricky, oh my god, this guy finds it. This guy doesn't leave a chance. I am as impressed with Wei as much as I am with Pragnanda. Knight b5, what a move. If you take here queen c3 and you are simply lost. Queen a1, if you go queen b1, there is queen b3 check, queen b2 and queen d3. Oh no. So you cannot take on b5 with the pawn. Pragnananda has missed this move. If you take with the knight, knight takes ab5. Anyway, there is a pin. Black gets a lot of counterplay. This a5 is weak and king on c2 will now become really weak. Pragnananda has not expected this. Of course, it's these kind of moves where the knight is exactly like Aja pawn khale mere ko. Such moves are the moves which you don't consider easily as candidate moves. And that's why you miss it. But when you are defending, you are all the time trying to find such moves which are, very much trying to either be sacrifice, some desperate attempts. Kuch to chahiye tumko. And that's why defending side is more alert for such kind of counter play. And it's very important to stay alert in such situations even when you have better position. So instead of h4, important was to actually what happens for king b2. No, even king b2 was not the best idea. It gives a lot of play with b5. So was very hard to find moves like queen e5 because now knight b5 has queen c7. So queen e5, and if knight d7 or something, then go queen d4 where you have protected the knight. So again the knight b5 ideas are nothing to worry because you can take. Wow, queen e5 was an important idea. That could come only with, I don't know, Pragnanda's missed it. He's missed it. But it's not an easy thing. Like, yeah, Siddharth reminds, by the way, Pragg needs to hold. That is important. Aadha point chahiye, but I am really doubting whether it is going to be possible. Oh, some moves have happened. I'm very sorry because first of all, look at the time. He's taken on b5. takes, and he's gone queen f3. But over here, okay, there was a very interesting move to defend, which was not easy. You to play queen h2, challenging this queen, and if the queen goes here, you again challenge the queen. And if the queen goes here, now you take and go queen d4. This is crazy and very impractical and unnatural. I wouldn't say it was possible to play like this. So he played the most natural knight b5, ab5, and then he played queen f3 here. Queen f3, which gives, oh, knight d7 was played by Wei here, but again queen e5, trying to get hold of the dark squares, was a very good move. Knight d7, rook f1, and now knight e5, queen f4 is played. This is the position we are at. If knight d3, then Pragnananda is super happy, because after queen c7 takes king d3, his king is already materially, Pragnananda is a pawn up, so king is also well placed. So this would be a very big blunder to go for knight d3. But black can play bc4. Black can play bc4, bc4, and there are a few ways to continue. You cannot take on a5, I think, because the e5 will hang towards the end. Just to show you, rook takes e5, rook takes e5, queen takes a5, and perpetual is not something white has to worry, but anyway the queen can go back, so you cannot take the pawn here. Interesting idea would be to go rook d8, and again there are these pins which white has to be careful about. Putting pressure on d5, it's not easy to defend. Maybe queen d4, but then rook a c8, putting pressure on c4. So black has got amazing amount of counterplay and a great lead on time. Yeah, lag has less time. Crazy game. Rook at f1 is another suggestion. Is Wei thinking for so long, guys? Or am I missing? Yeah, he was thinking. He played rook e8. After a long thought, he has gone rook e8. He has not gone for the takes, and rook d8 as we were checking out. That's a good thing for Pragnanda, because he gets to kind of put some pressure here with the move h5. h5 would be a good idea right now. But what is Wei's idea? He has defended this with his rook. So he now intends to take the a5 pawn. Of course, you don't want to take here because of takes, and maybe it is fine because perpetual again is not something you will worry. Just the fact that queen a2 check, and you don't want your king on c3, trying in the future getting some risky ideas. So would be dangerous practically to go for. Better to hold this, and maybe better to try something like either h6, where you are threatening queen f6. That is a nice idea. h5, h6 is a possible idea. I think that's what Pragnanda should play. h5. And for Wei to stay in the game, he has to play rook a5. So most probably we are going to reach h5, rook a5. No, Pragnananda played rook e1, which was not the best move. Of course, this position is not easy for white anymore, practically, no matter what. I mean, they are very subtle things. So rook e1, he will play. Now what happens for rook a5? Can he play rook a5? Because after rook a5, oh, it's a blunder. Oh my god. Because if you go rook e5, queen a2 check, king c1 or king c3, what should black play? Very quickly, let me ask all of you, what should black play? Oh, Akshay, Mohan, Abhinav, Ramyata, Yash, Goel, everyone is alert. Queen A1 check, and you lose this rook and the exchange. So definitely not to fall for this trick. So Wei is thinking, but if rook A5 will be played, you don't want to take that. What can you play? The move is very hard to play because you can't even play rook E5, rook E5, and now rook A5. Let's say there is an there is an intermezzo, guys. Very nice idea here. If you are alert, then rook e2 check and you lose the queen. That's the reason this also does not work. Discovered and pins are on the cards. So the move which white needs to play to be in the game is queen d4. So whatever we've analyzed, what we realize is the queen has to come to d4 in order to defend this king. In some way, it is protecting everything. The queen needs to be on d4. This is our understanding. But can Pragnananda find this? He has only 2 minutes. He's played rook e1. Wei is having 7 minutes. This understanding about this specific position he has to develop during the game. It's unusual position. It's a very unusual position. Vinit Kothari, thank you for your contribution. या रुकी टू सब लोग अलर्ट है यार रात के 1:30 क्या बात है क्या बात है lot of intermediate moves. Oh, Wei has played rook d8. Good news for us because rook a5 would lead to some accurate calculations were important. Now Pragnananda should go h5. He has to go h5. The calculation will be rook d5, h5, rook d5. So let's just check this out. h5, rook takes d5, h takes g6 here. What will you play? You have two choices, h takes g6, whichever. Let's say f takes g6, bishop e4, just trying to open the position more. That's the main idea. This is one possibility. Not easy, not at all easy. A lot of things will not be logical immediately because why to move this bishop when c4 is under pressure and all those questions are very fair. The other idea is to go rook a d1 so that if rook d5 is played, no, still h5 and you have to convert there. So how to defend the d5 pawn? You cannot because you cannot move your king. This is hanging. You cannot really defend. What if you play queen d4 here? What is the problem for queen d4 now? Knight f3 is a fork, but you have rook takes c8, rook takes c8, and if you defend your queen somewhere here, wow, suddenly out of nowhere, guys, what is happening? Yes, Akshay, absolutely very quick. Queen h2 check. कहाँ से कहाँ तक? Queen h2 and then when the king goes to the last rank, rook e1, it's lost. Oh my goodness. If you go something like queen f2, then queen f4, the dark squares are now very weak and the queen and knight and the rook, everybody is coordinated. So, thankfully, Pragnananda has played h5. Some counterplay. We are at h5, rook d5. No, he first played rook d1. Same, it's fine. Rook d5 and now he has gone h5. ठीक है, this is fine. This is a fine position. He can still hold 1 minute 48 seconds for him. Time is going to cause some stress for sure. Time is going to be a problem. Now, guys, what what black can do is, he has some ideas like rook d8, rook d7. These are some of the ideas. And white has ideas like h6, queen f6. Those are his ideas. Suppose black, oh, he takes on c4. He takes on c4. It's a happy thing for Praggnanandha because bishop takes c4. This bishop gets this diagonal. It's a happy thing. I think rook takes a5 is something which way is going to play here. If he exchanges rook takes d1, that's fine. You can go king takes d1, because if you go rook d1, then there is queen a5. Again, some pinning ideas there. So king takes d1 would be possible. And here if queen takes a5, it's a blunder. Find a good move for white, guys. Only move. Only because of this reason king d1 works. Are you guys alert? What is the move white can play here? It's important, so I have asked you. In fact, it's happened. Queen rook takes d1 has been played. Will Praggnanandha play king d1 or rook d1? I don't know. We have to see. He plays king d1. Amazing. And now if he plays queen a5, it's going to be a blunder. Find a move. Find a move. Venkatesh Das, Ramyata Ambilwade, KK, Anant Narayanan, Rushiraj Parikh, absolutely correct. Bishop f7 is the move, an amazing move out of nowhere. Suddenly this bishop is active. You cannot take the bishop because of rook e8 and it's over. In fact, it's a mate. H6, knight h6 and queen f8 would be a mate. So that doesn't work here. And queen a5 would be a blunder. Obviously, he's not going to play that. King d1 was an important defense which Praggnanandha played. Finally, that's happened. He's now safeguarded him. Actually, this should end in a draw. I mean, way more, safe now than there being one more rook on a5 or the king being here stuck, the queen trying to enter the dark squares. Because of this BC, the tension was released. In a way, the tension was released, and you can see Praggnanandha was very happy. Very quickly, he had played bishop c4. This position, I would say, Praggnanandha should be able to hold. Wei has also come down to 2 minutes 58 seconds. There's a pin here. That helps. That very much helps. How is black going to continue? Of course, I think Wei initially has missed the idea bishop f7. Very possible to miss when the bishop for too many moves was on d3 and suddenly it's on c4. Look at Wei, he's not happy. Maybe he'll try to go rook e7 with the idea of queen a5, but what Praggnanandha can play is queen f6. Again, stopping queen a5 and aiming for h6 here. If something like a check, then you can go king c2 and this should be fine. Yeah, Wei has played rook e7. Praggnanandha can play queen f6 or h6. I prefer queen f6, but both the moves are possible. Wow, this was very close. Wei had played amazing chess. Really hats off to this guy. Hats off. Praggnanandha is down to 1 minute. He has to play these two moves. Let me just make a random move, king c2, and you can already see a nice move for black here. Of course, he can play queen a5 and is clearly better. But a move like knight d3 when you are attacking here, and if this, the problem is there is a check intermezzo here, that wins. So all these tactics you have to be alert. Pragg goes h6. He's not going to lose this opportunity of, missing out on such tricks. h6 is there. Next move, he will go queen f6. Now if queen a5 will be played, anyway queen f6 and black Cannot stop this mate, so perpetual will be forced. That's going to be a draw that way. So queen a5 doesn't make sense. Otherwise, to defend the g7, what else do? You cannot even move the pawn here. You cannot stop the queen from coming to f6 by playing knight d7 because this rook hangs. g4 is defended. Or else you have to give this check with the idea of if king c2, then maybe queen f8 would be very passive. But let's say he goes something like queen f8. Oh, sorry, I missed. My bad. e5 is hanging at that point, of course. Oh, so after h6, it seems like it's a forced draw, yeah? After queen f6, some perpetual, and it's going to be a draw. Wei is trying to find. He has 1 minute to find if he has any last possible tricks of forks, discovered attacks, spins. But no, he cannot find because there exist none. There exist none. Wow. What a game this was. Oh, Sagar, you missed it. Nineteen seconds. 19 seconds. He's gonna play queen d8 check or queen a5. Nothing much. But Wei is amazing, and this match has been totally a delight. Queen takes a5. A nice draw would also be bishop f7, but y2. Why shall he? Typical Anish jokes. Oh, he did play bishop f7. He did play bishop f7, rook f7, queen e5. No check here. There's one check with rook d7. One more with queen d8. You can see queen e8 is a mate right now. Rook d7. Maybe this check. And you can go king c2, supporting the b3. Okay, all well guarded. All well. Yeah, रात के 2 बजने वाले and still 2,500, 2,500 people, 2,700 people watching. That's what Pragnananda is able to attract with his games. Amazing. Are we seeing a draw? Queen d2 check, king b1, queen d3 check. Oh, is he going? Can he take here? No, the problem is if he takes, there is check and d7. So, queen d3, king b2. Unfortunately, even no chance of going in a rook endgame, and a draw is happening. No way to stop that. Pretty tensed game. He knows he has nothing. Yeah, a draw. No tie breaks. Pragg wins the quarterfinal, goes to semis, and tomorrow is going to be the most exciting day. Pragnanda versus Anish Giri. Wow. Wow. क्या बात है. मजा ही आने वाला है. मजा ही आने वाला है. Pragnanda has won. Let's go and see the standings. Oops, ये कौन से स्टैंडिंग्स आ गए गाइस. 1 सेकेंड. मैंने ब्लंडर कर दिया है. उनके गेम के तो ब्लंडर्स हो गए हैं. अभी टाइम फॉर माय ब्लंडर्स. ठीक है, let me find the standings. Or guys, can you please drop the standings here in the chat? Oh, there is no standing. Obviously there is no standing. It was a match. ये तो जीता है and it's a semis. How stupid. But मजा ही आ गया. How did you find this match and what was the key point which you loved in this game particularly? And what was your favorite point of the whole match as well? Can you let me know in the comments? Final 5 minutes. Let's have this chat and I'm then gonna go. I've not opened up Sagar as such, so I hope he's going to be fine, or he's going to be like, I missed the game. But no, I think he has this cold and he's been really doing a lot of commentary, lot of videos also he keeps doing even before the commentary. I'm really worried about his vocal cords. So tomorrow I'll make sure that he gets good rest and he's super active. Yeah, knight b5 is the move for this game. Definitely it was the move of the game. He couldn't follow it up. It was not easy. But the way he created a counterplay, it is one of the most brilliant things to learn. And if you guys are serious, what I would suggest is really open your mega database in the coming days who are seriously preparing, and just see Wei's games, because the way he is able to create counterplay, I think it has to be appreciated. He really is very alert for that. Oh, thank you for liking the commentary. Roro super chats and says props to you and Sagar for the excellent commentary. Thank you so much, Roro. Today all US dollars, in super chats. Who four are into semis, by the way? I think so. It is Pragnananda, Anish. Oops. It is Pragnananda, Anish, Magnus, and Ding Lijin. Yes. सो कल तो राजपुरकर से कल तो ब्लॉकबस्टर नाइट होने वाली है. एब्सोल्युटली गाइज, मस्त खा पी के आ जाओ, पॉपकॉर्न वॉपकॉर्न लेके. टुमारो इज गोइंग टू बी द मैच which is going to be so much fun, and we will see you tomorrow. I think today's match was just epic. Knight b5 in the last game by Wei was brilliant. The end game where he really put Pragnananda in pressure in the third game was brilliant. Pragnananda's opening preparation in the first game, Sicilian game, was just brilliant again. And overall, the fight, just this fight between the two players was just something like, it's like, oh wow, Pragg, amazing, and then oh wow, Wei, amazing. This is how it should be. That feeling when both the sides are giving their best. ठीक है, सब हो गया है. सो गाइस, कल मिलते हैं रात को. ऑल द बेस्ट. एग्जाम वाले पढ़ाई करो अच्छे से, सोना मत अभी. See you tomorrow. Time to end the stream. Thank you for all the new members and for all the super chats for today. Thank you.